A curse has befallen the region of Icewind Dale, in the form of an unrelenting winter that has slowly chipped away at those who live here for 2 long years. Most have lost the will to believe it will ever end, as hundreds of adventurers have flocked to this region in an attempt to end the curse and go down in history. None have succeeded. Those who do live to tell their tales are left frozen and mutilated by the horrors of the region. Join us as an unlikely group of adventurers come together to try and best these lands and put an end to the curse.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Tabletop Tyranny, where we neither play around the tabletop nor are we tyrannical. My name is Jacob, and I am your Dungeon Master for this evening's game, and for the many more to come in the future. Thanks for stopping by. Pull up some chairs, grab a drink, eat some food, and enjoy the show. As per usual, we have our 6 adventurers back with us for this week's session and for the many sessions to continue. As you can see, Tyler and Ethan are both waving. This has been a thing that has happened every session for the past 3 months, I want to say, 3 or 2 months.
At least.
At least. But, yeah, if you want to watch any of our previous sessions, you can find them at the same channel you're watching the stream at. We have a whole back catalog. If you don't want to, it's okay. It's not really required. But, without spoiling too much of what's happened in the past, we're going to do a little bit of recap. We've been off for a couple weeks. We'll do a little bit of a recap, and before I do the recap, I like to ask the party members a question for them to earn inspiration. Which of you do not have inspiration? I feel like most people have used their inspiration.
Yeah,
but
I
could be wrong.
I do not.
I don't have it.
Okay.
I try to use it as soon as I can, cause
Yeah. Okay, so I don't really think of a question. I should have thought of a question, but here's the question that I'm going to throw to you. There were 4 locks on this door that y'all had to solve like 2 weeks ago. I think I said what the DC requirements were for all the locks. I will say this 4 people can earn inspiration if they can tell me what the DC of one of the locks were. There were 4 locks, so there's 4 answers. I think Star raised her hand first.
20.
Okay, you get a point of inspiration. Let's do Ethan and Tyler, because I think y'all both gonna get it right regardless.
I want to say the highest one was 30.
Okay, Tyler?
Oh, the highest one was 30? Fuck. I thought the highest one was 35.
It was, so you have a point of inspiration as well. Now there's one more lock that hasn't been answered. Who
My
wants to
hand
give a
is
crack
my
at it?
hand has been up for like 2 minutes.
I didn't see your hand. Your turn, Cricket.
I guess 25?
Yep, that's your magic number. Everyone take a point of inspiration that answered it correctly. But yeah, we'll do a bit of a
I
recap.
remember failing the last lock and then getting blasted with Cone of Cold, and I'm like, I need more intelligence, and keep hitting it while everyone's like, your brain's gonna explode.
A little bit of a recap. So after the party had a much-needed long rest, a new day finally arrived where Lorian and Gal, they set out for Bryn Shander to perform some shopping. They sold a bunch of the party's unused items and some harvested crafting components that they weren't going to use, and then they successfully purchased some new goodies for the party. Back over in Goodmead, the remaining members, they began repairs on their new base of operations, fixing all the damage that they had caused in the battle with Shander and his lumberjack friends. And as the day grew into the afternoon, the party all reconvened with one another. All the purchased goodies were passed out, and with that, the party used a scroll of comprehend languages to translate that Netherese note that was recovered while spelunking beneath Goodmead. The note, when translated, appeared to be a message left behind by someone named Gavin, Agent 1151, to which it stated that they did all they could to ensure that the experiment that was contained within inside of the door would be confined properly until extraction was available. It warned that the being was smarter than originally thought. But the party not being deterred by this note, they took the time to navigate their way back underground to that magical door. Is the music bot skipping? Because I'm feeling like I'm going crazy.
It is skipping, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna. Music bot's been acting kind of wonky, so we're just gonna not do it. Use y'all's mental music.
My mental music.
But anyways, the party made their way back down to that door, and they began to attempt to unlock it, and they were finding themselves unsuccessful. And eventually, Gal and Lorraine began to resort to a more physical approach, where they successfully hit the door, and with each successful hit, they gained intelligence. They began to become Megamind as their brains swole.
You can see the veins pulsing in my head.
Yeah, it was pretty freaky. Eventually, they were able to solve the door, and they all entered the chamber before them, to which, no one actually successfully perceived the beholder kin that was hiding behind one of the massive rocks in here, as this mind witness successfully surprised the party, causing a fight to break out. The highlights of the battle, mainly to me, I like to highlight a couple things, were Gal's ability to kind of surf on top of this creature's head. Thankfully doing a lot of damage in that way, and Fiska using a twin gust of wind spell to bring the creature within melee range, which was pretty smart. I thought it was a mind goblin. No, it was not, sadly. With these strategic tactics, the party were effective in vanquishing the being, but there were consequences, as Gal took several nasty blows from this being's tentacles, and with each successful hit against Gal, it seemed his intelligence was drained from his body. The party now remains beneath Goodmead in that alien-like chamber, with that alien foe bested, and Gal severely affected by the battle with an intelligence of 1. And that's basically where we pick back up. The battle has just ended. Gal, if none of you have noticed yet or have had the time to examine, because you're all kind of coming down from that adrenaline high, Gal, you are in horrible shape. But the rest of you, I turn it over to you. You guys are still in that chamber. Mind Witness is dead, and you are all recouping after the battle, basically.
You basically just look over at Elazel, and he's like punching the wall. He's so fucking frustrated. Am I at the wall? I don't remember if I left it or not.
No, you were basically still at the wall.
I'm still there.
Everyone's still in the same spot in the chamber. You were the closest to that crystal stuff in the wall.
Oh yeah.
So I'll just turn around and actually I won't even turn around. I'll just say, is that thing fucking dead?
Yep.
Can someone please come help me with this?
Fine. I'll look over.
Yeah. And I think I have Gal, right?
I think you do, yeah.
Okay. He looks beat up real bad. Okay, I'll give him
Both
a
physical and mentally exhausted, I
I'll
would say.
give him a healing potion.
Okay. So those of you that go over to the crystal, as the Mind Witness has fallen and is no longer living, you see that crystal, which was this blue-yellow, you see the crystal begins to, pulse strangely. There's very rhythmic pulsing, but as it pulses, you see it, the colors inside form this beautiful glowing pink. And you just see it swirling and swirling as this pink energy overtakes the blue and yellows, forming what now is what is now a pink crystal that's still rhythmically pulsing within the wall. It seems to have some sort of effect after that creature died.
Well, that's interesting. If Florian's there with me, I was just trying to figure out what this was, and I don't know. I must have been just too distracted.
Yeah, I mean, in combat, it's kind of like you're trying to dodge all that bullshit.
Right. I mean, I was just hoping it was something that, would be of benefit to us against it, but that doesn't matter anymore. So now, I suppose we just figure out what it is. And I'll just turn back and be like, is everyone okay? Before I, start.
Gal's not looking too hot over here.
Okay. I'll be right back. I go over to Gal. Like, holy shit, you got beat up. You doing all right?
Lamppost on the ceiling, son.
I turn to Jayla. I'm like, I don't know that language. Do you know that language?
No.
All right.
Maybe he hit his head really hard.
And
Oh.
Hand? Okay, I'll cast Cure Wounds at first level.
So somebody saw him get. Most of us saw him get blasted, right?
Yeah, he was getting these tentacles were just laying into him.
Yeah.
That's why I said he might have hit his head.
It
He
was
did
worse
fall to
than
the ground
that.
with it, right?
I don't know any magic. I'm not. I don't know any.
So you got 7 back, Ethan. I wouldn't have been looking. Is there any
You
way
can
to
make a
like?
medicine check on him. if you
Yeah.
want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, anyone can make a medicine check.
Medicine.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, I'm. Yeah. 24.
Okay. Oh.
I was confused at first. I was like, is that good or bad?
I'm just speaking
Nathan,
like
did you wanna roll
Gal.
as well?
I got a 13.
13? Okay. With the 24, you see that, obviously there's physical exhaustion, but you see what. It's strange. There's this. You see, like, what looks like a little bit of blood kind of like coming out of his ears a little bit.
Mm.
So you figure that maybe there's some sort of internal damage or some sort of fatigue that has happened to an organ that is not very well developed already or very strong. In your best judgment as a cleric, you feel that he has some sort of mental exhaustion, which isn't permanent, but it does hinder someone for quite a while. And you feel with every night when he rests, has a long rest, you feel like he may regain like 1 point of intelligence back.
Oh.
That'd be a while.
Oh no.
Now there are probably other ways to speed the process up.
Yeah.
There are several cleric options that you can find, but it will cost like a coin. But usually when something like this happens, oh yeah, he's exhausted too because he was raging, reckless frenzy raging. But usually when something like this happens, most clerics just let the individual stay on bed rest for a while until they return to some sense of normalcy.
For 11 days, that's gonna be a whole year.
Damn.
It'll be just in time for Karkalok.
Fuck you.
What were you saying, Nathan?
I was going to say, what if... Is it like the hair of the dog? So maybe if he ate part of the beholder?
Oh.
Oh!
Do
If
we
you
know?
do that,
Do we know which eyeball he zapped him?
he did not get zapped by an eyeball. He got just lashed by the tentacles.
Oh.
The tentacle stole his mind. That's, I think, why no one else got taken.
Hmm.
And Jacob realized it a lot later into the battle too. But yeah.
Yeah.
So Elazar will just be good news and bad news. The whatever's going on with him isn't permanent. He's basically just really, really dumb. And
Like dumb where I need to keep a leash on him, or
I mean, maybe. I guess we'll see when he starts moving around and tries to understand us, and we need to leave. But it's gonna be one of those things where rest would be best for him. Obviously, we can't do that, but basically, like day after day, he'll get a little bit better. Yeah. Unless we find some kind of potion or spell, someone with high magic or something like that.
cool. I mean, he already wasn't that smart, but
Well,
That's
he
rude.
could form sentences,
That's rude.
Now,
I'm gonna act like I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I feel like it might be difficult getting out of here, the climbing part, but we'll see. Yeah.
does he know his name? I'm gonna tap him on the face. Gal.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Gal.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
He might know it and not be able to communicate it, but yeah.
Okay. Well, shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll sit over here and babysit.
All right. I'll just kind of pat him on the head like he's like a puppy, and I'll go back over to the crystal, in the wall.
This is what the crystal looks like too, by the way. I'll post it in Discord.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's still pulsing, pinkish purplish hue. And you see it's within the wall. It's a good ways within the wall. So if you had some sort of way to pick it out, you could definitely do that. I mean, I think you guys were trying to make a check to see what it was.
Hit? Like maybe somebody that has a war pick?
Maybe.
Possibly.
Can we make a check? What would the check be?
It would be an Arcana check.
That's what I figured. So I'll help you.
Let me see if the Raven
I mean,
Queen can tell me anything.
And you get guidance as well.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. I rolled a 1. No. Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Yeah, the Raven Queen says.
No, that's a 7. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. She doesn't say that to you.
7. So a total of 9.
Yeah, it fails to come to you in this time.
I got a 17.
Still don't know what it is.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess we could try to bring it with us. Just worried what'll happen if we, remove it from wherever it's been for however long it's been here. But, I mean, saves us from having to come back down here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We looked pretty well. There's no exit out of this place, right? It was just the one entrance.
It was just the entrance.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I go to appraise the mind witness's body?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Try not to smile. I knew you'd do.
So you can go over there and appraise it. You spend about a minute kind of going over.
Just
the
before we
creature.
leave.
So you can go ahead and make another Arcana check to kind of determine what, if anything, can be harvested from this creature.
Am I getting helped?
Well, Elazar will say.
When gives you advantage on it.
When you're done that, we weren't done over here.
Yeah, well, I want to. If we're worried about
Gotcha.
this changing the thing,
Understood.
we know this is dead already.
Okay.
That's just what I mean.
Appraising it gives you advantage.
Gotcha. Can I also use my heroic inspiration?
Yeah, if you're not happy with the roll that you use, you can.
Oh, what was the check for this one?
Arcana.
Oh shit.
If you use heroic inspiration, you basically re-roll. You can re-roll one of those, but you have to that whatever roll it is, you have to either choose that new roll or the other roll you had, like the other die.
Oh, okay, much better. Yeah. I got a 23.
Yeah, 23. It's a good roll. You know that there are several things that can be harvested from this creature. You can obviously harvest the tentacles, the mind witness tentacles, the 4 long fleshy tentacles, and with that, an expert craftsman can stretch the tentacles and carefully comb them into long thin fibers. And these fibers, when they are soaked and treated with oils, make them useful filaments for creating ropes and whips.
That would be
for
cool.
the sake of it, let me find. So it would become a mind whip, which would be a +1 whip.
Whoa.
When you make
That's awesome.
when you make a grapple check, you may choose to do so with this whip instead of using your free hand. If you do so, and if you succeed the grapple check, you may force a grappled creature to succeed on a DC 15 intelligence saving throw, or they are stunned until the grapple ends.
Oh.
While grappling a creature, this whip may not be used to attack another target. And once this ability has been used 4 times in a day, it cannot be used again until the next dawn.
That's pretty good.
You know that you can probably harvest one of the eye stalks. These eye stalks are, they each have some sort of psionic properties. They're praised by spellcasters. Artificers and anyone studying psionics can successfully help make these into a mutated eye stalk wand. Basically, it is depending on whatever the d6 you roll depends on what kind of wand happens from this collection. So you can either get an aversion wand, a fear wand, a psychic wand, a slowing wand, a stunning wand, or a telekinetic wand, depending on what you roll.
Okay.
I will go into more details depending on if that is the route y'all want to take with what it does.
Okay, is that it? Are those the 2 things?
And there's one more thing.
Okay.
You can harvest the Mind Witness's large eye. This is the hardest thing to harvest. and with it, you can pretty much. Let me just read it to you. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I think it's cool. So it's called a telepathic lens. So it's a rare item. Whenever you use this contraption, it has a hollowed out mind witness eye. You hollow it out. And you secure it to 2 brass wires to a magically imbued lens. It allows those looking through this lens to telepathically communicate simultaneously with anyone that you can see within 120 feet. So you look through this lens and you can just telepathically communicate with people in a 120 foot area.
That's
It's pretty niche, but it's pretty cool. I think. Those are the 3 things that you can harvest. You know, the
How big
DC.
is the lens?
The lens itself.
Like, would it be something I would wear, like a monocle or something like that, or like an eye patch or something?
It's more think of it as like, so this eye is huge. It's more think of like a lighthouse kind of.
So
Lighthouse.
people would be like, I pull
So
it out
it would be one of those things where you have to like
and
place
they'd be
it.
like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is he doing?
Like a big old
yeah,
dinner
it's-
plate, like a charger.
It's a big. Think of it like a big dish. Because
Okay.
mine was a huge. It's a huge creature.
Yeah.
Or not huge, but it's a large creature. Its eyes large. It's not just gonna
Yeah.
go over your eyes.
Okay. For sure.
But you know that you can harvest the tentacles with a DC 10. You can harvest the eye stalks for 15, a DC 15, or you can do the eye for a DC 20. I will say the eye is only valued at 75 gold.
Okay.
The stalk will be only valued at 30 gold, and the tentacles are valued at 5 gold in total for all 4 tentacles.
Oh, okay, so it's not. Could we make the eye thing like into like a antenna or something like that, or like a disc, so we could amplify its range? So instead of sending birds, we could, or little flying snakes, we could do something.
I'm sure if you found a magical individual that had the capabilities of doing something that high level, you could probably do that.
Like a
Now,
satellite dish.
The only people you would find that might be able to do that would be maybe someone in the Dwarven Valley, maybe a Arcane Brotherhood mage, or maybe a high-level druid, archdruid, or maybe a high priestess of one of the churches within Icewind Dale. It really just depends on. It's just a higher standing spellcaster would be able to manipulate it, and it would take a hot minute before that would be implemented. That is serious.
Infrastructure. Yeah.
Infrastructure crafting, yeah.
My gut says the second one, the wand.
I would, I'd explain that and be like,
Yeah. I mean that's wild. I'm kind of leaning towards the second option. I mean, I don't know who would end up with it. I'm pretty content with the one I have right now, but I mean, anyone who can wield something like that be useful. That whip's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I mean, my vote is the eye stalk.
gotcha.
Because we could just get one thing, right? If I remember correctly.
Right. Yeah. And when you harvest the stalk, you only get it's only one.
Right.
You roll. Basically what happens is when you successfully roll it, you roll d6, and whatever you roll depends on what stalk you harvest.
Okay. But like
pretty much
we couldn't do the tentacles and an eye stalk.
No, once you choose to harvest one thing from a creature, it destroys the body.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right, Elazel.
Okay.
That seems like the way to go.
Gal, what do you think?
Hold on, vegetables.
Yeah, it sounds like he likes that one too.
Yep.
So does anyone else want to do? Does anyone else want to do this? Or should I do that?
I don't remember what the check is on this part. On the
It's gonna go
Arcana, yeah.
Arcana.
I think it's you, Lorian.
Let Gal.
Oh no.
Okay.
What is a 1? Like a -4?
He's at a -5.
-5. Shit.
That's pretty good.
it's pretty good.
That's pretty good, huh?
Okay, so someone's gonna help me, and also guidance.
Yeah, I mean, I would have still been there, giving you guidance. So.
Gotcha. I will roll for the eye stock.
DC 15 check, Arcana check.
Nice. I got a 23.
Yep.
Ooh.
You are successful in cutting off one of the stalks. Go ahead and roll D6.
Okay. 4.
You successfully harvested a slowing stalk. So this is going to be a wand slowing. Basically, what happens is you target a creature and they must make a DC 13 Dex save. On a failed save, the target speed is half or 1 minute. In addition, the creature can't take reactions, and they can only choose to take an action or a bonus action on its turns. It's basically the slow spell, but in a wand form with the very low DC, or not
Cool.
really too low, but like a set
Yeah.
DC. And obviously, it gets to try to save at the end of each of its turns.
How many times can you cast it? Like,
You can cast it.
What?
No, hold on. I'm trying. It has 5 charges.
is it like a +1 or just a regular one?
It's just a regular wand.
Okay.
It has 5 charges on it. It has a range of 120 feet.
Wow.
And every time, and whenever you obviously all the charges come back once you take the next dog.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty sweet.
It's like it recovers 1d4 charges at dawn.
Okay.
When you use the last charge of the wand, there's a 10% chance that it crumbles to dust.
Ooh.
So
Mm.
that's kind of how any wand works.
Right.
So, what's the lifespan of the eye stock before you have to like take it in to get it?
You have a good 2 days on you.
Mm.
And we have to take it where? To, I guess, to Brent Shander.
You can take it to an artificer or a magic shop owner, anyone with a specialty in making magic items. Obviously, if you go to the Dwarven Valley soon, which I don't really think you guys are going to, but you could. I mean, we could go crazy and do it.
Right.
But you could take it there. They could probably craft it.
Can we get someone to run errands for us? Put it on the mayor's credit.
I mean, Ichabod is town speaker. He could easily do that.
Because
That'd be
I don't
pretty sweet.
feel like going all the way to Bryn Shander and making us wait another day.
What about that kid who wanted to take the house?
Right.
We'll pay him handsomely to be our rum runner.
Yeah. If he comes back in 5 minutes, I'll give him half a crown.
His name was Fef
Fef.
Morin.
I mean, if we trust a child to do something like this, like, yeah, here's an eye stock from a.
Yeah, run 6 hours to Bryn Shander. By
Yeah.
the way. Good luck.
In the Arctic.
Yeah.
He can take my my bird.
Yeah.
We need your bird to travel.
Oh,
I mean,
so
you could
he's.
easily
Well, I just
find someone within town that would help
Yeah.
get to there. Yeah.
I just assumed while we were still in town, but yeah, like if we're going somewhere, yeah, I would not give him my bird.
Would we just put that on the credit of the town speaker of Goodmead?
That sounds.
Or
pretty
would you
good.
trust him with, like, how much would it cost? Like 200 gold? 3?
I have to check.
Yeah.
It is considered a. It's considered a uncommon. Wait, no, that's not right. Oh, it's considered a rare item, so rare items are usually pricier. So I would have to do the math on that, but it's going
Yeah.
to be a little bit of a change.
More than
a little bit,
200.
Yeah.
more than 200 is what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't
Right.
trust him.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2,000. I think
And-
honestly,
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Be a,
in the
because
thousands.
it goes up like it basically multiplies by 10 every time.
that'd be a little tempting.
Yeah, I don't know if this is worth it.
Well, I mean, we'll take it with us, and if we can do something in the next 2 days, we do something. But if not, then I mean, at least we survived this battle.
Listen, Jacob will remind you all. You guys do have a contact that wants Netherese materials, and they would probably pay a hefty change for what y'all have.
Holy shit, we could have sold the. Well, I wouldn't have want them using the lens to spy on us.
But
Yeah.
that is just Jacob's piece.
No, that's a good idea. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
So
Especially if you think you're strapped for cash. You have some stuff you could probably.
I will.
that money off.
I will actually bring that up, and I will say, so I don't mind telling her what we ran into. The problem is we have to tell her where we ran into it. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, because I'm pretty sure she's going to tell if we're lying pretty quick.
Yeah.
But
Well, if we go ahead and take the crystal, then there's really nothing left down here.
Well, the metal. I mean,
Yeah,
we don't know what it is yet, right? And so
Right.
until we get it identified, if we tell her it's all down here, what's keeping her from coming and taking it all, and we may need it. Yes, Lori.
Crazy idea, but what if we just... She asks, and then we just say, we're not gonna tell you. What if we just say that?
The location.
Yes. What? We don't even have to
Not a
lie.
lie.
We can,
I mean,
yeah.
we could try that. I mean, I guess we could say something like,
What's she gonna do? Kill us?
I mean, we're not comfortable divulging that information just yet. Is probably the best answer. Not like no. Probably no is probably not the smartest.
But that's what we're thinking on in the inside. That's our inside thoughts.
Which is probably what she'd actually be looking at. But yeah, I mean, that's not a terrible idea. Can we? I don't remember. Do we know how to get a hold of her?
Usually there's gargoyles that get sent.
Oh,
Come
so
collect.
that's kind of on her timeline, huh?
So,
but
like-
you guys probably could find someone that has the ability to cast sending to send her a message.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean,
yeah.
Ichabod is town speaker. He can.
Right, true.
There are stuff that can be manipulated and pulled.
And I'll just say, we were gonna try to split this metal in half, right? And have someone with arcane powers look at half, and like a blacksmith to look at the other half. So we can send part of that with her as well, or with the gargoyle, or however that works.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I say, once we get out of here, we find someone to do that. Should we? That's it, right? Should we look at this crystal?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I'll pick up my I'll get my axe.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say your floppy eye stock.
No, my war pick. Okay.
I suppose we're just gonna try to pry this out.
You're gonna have to probably spend maybe 10 minutes to actually work it out of the stone.
Don't worry, I'm a professional.
I'll be like,
Go ahead and
don't break it,
just
don't
make
fuck it up.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
Okay.
And see how well of a job you do. That's not going to hurt the item. It's only going to lengthen or shorten your
Guidance.
time it takes to get it.
Okay. Am I helped? I'm in hope.
With how do we help you swing your pickaxe?
I'd be like, go.
Right there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe if you had like a bard, like, yeah.
I got 7.
Oh, with guidance, damn.
Yeah.
Can you use your birthday crit? Can you use your birthday crit?
No. I'm not-
It takes you a little bit longer, maybe about half an hour, to actually pick this out safely. You do kind of second guess yourself a couple of times because you're kind of worried that you might damage whatever this is. You know that it's probably inherently some sort of magical item. But after 30 minutes go by, you do successfully get a chunk of you get the base of the whole crystal, pops off the wall, hits the ground and king, 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 clings to the ground. You pick it up, I assume.
Yeah.
Pick it up, turn it over your hands. It's very solid. It's a lot heavier than you thought it would be. It kind of looks like rock candy.
What's it feel
It's-
like?
Feels like money. No.
Fat stacks. That's what it feels like.
It feels alien. It's this weird alien sensation. You feel what feels like some sort of like rippling pulse throughout your body because it's still pulsing. It's still glowing, like pulsing. And you feel this like rippling pulse kind of go throughout your body. Visca, you feel this pulsing amplify. You feel this pulsing kind of sit deep within your body, and there's this weird, strange feeling of home coming from it. It's really weird, and you don't know if it's maybe just this battle has worn you down, but it feels for a brief second that you feel like something is telling you whatever this is home, and it makes you feel safe.
Well, that's so nice. I'm gonna try and reach out and hold it. Who's
Okay.
currently holding it? I'm just gonna like be like,
Lauren's
can I see
holding
that?
it.
Can I see that for a second?
1 second. I'm just gonna rub it against my face real quick to see how that feels.
The pulsing is still like whatever point of your body is touching it, it kind of the pulsing become kind of like whenever it touches your skin, if the pulse goes through that portion of your body, so you feel this weird pulsing through your hands and then out through your face.
Okay.
It feels. I mean, it feels kind of nice.
I put it down. I'll give it.
Like a low sensitivity massage gun is what it feels like. Low sensitivity.
Oh, gotcha. I'll give it over.
Thank
Okay.
you. Look at this. So, like, we'll turn it over a little bit and just kind of like hold it close.
You feel this pulsing. It pulses, obviously. You feel this pulsing, and it feels like it harmonizes with like your own being's natural rhythmic pulses, your natural energies that you put off as a being. You feel very zen, very mellow. You kind of feel like a crystal person for a little bit. I don't know if you are a crystal person in real life, but it's kind of what you feel like. You feel very mellow, very zenned out. There is this really strange sensation. It's as if a voice is attempting to blossom within your body. A voice that's not your own. And you have that, you feel that sensation, you feel that urge, but it's just feels like it's on the threshold of your consciousness. And it's just this weird like nagging, but there's no thought or there's no form to this whatever's trying to be spoken or whatever's trying to say something. It's just this tug, like this little sensation. It's just the back of your brain. That's kind of what you feel.
Of life.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Thank you. If nobody tries to take it back, I'm just gonna hold on to it. Sure.
I think.
It's like,
I mean, Elazar would definitely want to, make contact with it.
I'm not gonna like hand it to you, but I will like hold it out for you to look at. I'm definitely not like freely giving it away to people.
I'll just say, I mean, this thing has some. Did if I touch it, do I feel the pulsing?
Yeah, you feel the same pulsing Lorraine felt. Obviously, Fiska, your sensation is much different than what they are feeling. But Elza, you do feel that pulsing, like it feels like the waves are going through your body.
So while I'm touching it, is there any kind of like energy transference between myself and Fiska? Like, is there any kind of like symbiotic like connection going on?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Sure, why not?
So as you touch this crystal, as you linked arms with Fiska, there's this weird mind melding that happens. As it feels as if each of your consciousness is trying to be sucked into another's body. It's just weird tug of war.
Oh.
Oh, I tugged
But it's
so
not.
hard.
But it's not. If you don't have a point of inspiration, you can take it.
That was pretty good.
It's this weird tug of war between the two of you, but you notice that there's a third entity pulling, grasping for power amongst this tug of war.
I'll just kind of like I would have like kind of had my eyes closed, and then I'll open them and look at Fiska. I'm like, I don't know about that. I'll just say, do you mind if I hold it like just by myself, just for a second, just to see like the difference of energy within. I don't want to share the energy in this moment, is what I'm trying to say. I just want it for myself, just for a second. In like the least like antagonizing way possible.
He
Feels a little, seeming a little covetous there, Elazar.
No, I mean, okay, so, well, very frustrated that I couldn't do anything with it earlier, but I wanted to hold it just for a sec. I'm not gonna keep it. If you want to carry it with you, you can carry it with you. I promise. I
understand.
Yeah.
It's a pretty beautiful feeling, isn't it? I'll like hold it out to you and let you take it for a bit.
Beautiful is a word. Yes. And so I'll hold it in my hands, and obviously I assume that energy changes now that she's not touching it.
Yeah, she's not touching it. You feel that it's this very. I mean, it's every pulse that this thing pulsates with, you feel it ripple throughout your body. I mean, it's kind of pleasant. You don't feel that weird tug of war that you just had.
Yeah.
But it feels like a very pleasant and mild sensation.
I'm gonna send a little bit of an electric charge through it. Pulse back.
Okay. Yeah, you send your electrical energy through it, and it blows up.
Yeah. And it's done.
It's weird because when you shock it, the color of the crystal changes a little. It goes. You see this pink go in, and it sends the blue wave through, and sends more purple, like a darker purple. But then it, like the electricity kind of gets shot out the side, expelled from it,
Okay.
and that pink pulsing still stays there.
Okay. All right. That's very, very curious. I mean,
Are you
does
done
any
yet?
what? I mean, one second. Does anybody else want to touch the crystal?
Let's grind it up and snort it.
Yeah.
You can take a point of inspiration.
A very small glimpse of panic like flashes in Visco's eyes.
I was like, I mean, we could take a little bit off, and if you really want to, but we should probably leave it intact. I'll just hand it back to Fiska. I'll just say, keep
So
it
what
very.
what are you guys experiencing when you're touching this thing?
Well, I mean, it was very strange when we were both touching it at the same time. There was this really weird, like, tug of war between, like, our own energies, but then there was, like, a third energy somewhere within there also pulling. Yeah, so
that sounds dangerous.
Yeah. So,
I don't know what he's talking about. I just felt all warm and fuzzy.
I mean, when I held it, fuzzy is a good word. It's a very interesting energy.
Maybe it could heal Gal.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'll just like stick it on his head. Just like I'll hold it. I'll just like touch it to his head.
You're touching it while you do this?
Yeah.
Okay. Gal and Fiska.
Mind blink.
What's gonna happen? Am I gonna get done now? Is the dome gonna transfer me?
he's gonna even out.
You feel your. I mean, Fiska, you feel. Gal, you don't feel absolute shit. Fiska, you go to put this crystal to Gal's head, and you feel a slight. You, Fiska, in your own understanding, you realize that this creature is far too dumb to have this touch it, and whatever is affecting or whatever is manipulating the crystal or whatever is imbued on this crystal does not want something that stupid.
It rejects it. That's funny.
That's hilarious. I'm not gonna relay that because that's a little too mean. This one's like, oh, I guess it's not doing anything.
Well, we tried.
Yeah. You can hold on to it. Keep it safe. Very, very safe.
I was planning on it.
And I guess, I mean, we'll make a decision whether or not we want to reveal its existence to Avarice. Avarice, right? That was her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What should she call it in her inventory?
You can just call it your. I mean,
Big purple crystal.
you could call it purple crystal.
And then call it the no gowls allowed.
I mean, if you want, you could spend an hour with it and see what it's called.
Oh.
Ooh. Little one-on-one.
I end up doing that.
Y'all want to just take a little short rest down here in the chamber,
Oh, that's not a terrible idea.
or do y'all want to? Yeah, y'all tell me what y'all want to do.
What time is it? What time in the day from when we left?
It's relatively later in the afternoon because you guys remember you went to Branchander. It took about
Mm.
6
Could we
hours,
do
I
it
think.
upstairs? Could you meditate on that in your room where we don't have to? Thank you. Yeah. Could we do it upstairs? Could we go upstairs and you meditate on it? So we can like sleep.
Yeah, I just had a thought.
Yeah.
Be very careful trying to leave this corridor, or this
with-
this room with that crystal. We don't know what's gonna happen if it leaves this space.
shit. Okay. We'll sit our asses down.
Yeah, so it might be better to understand what it does now before we try to take it out of here.
Okay. I'll sit down.
I feel like I should have a much higher intelligence. This ain't wisdom.
Player skill over.
Yeah.
This is old school D&D.
While that's all going on, what's kind of going on in Gal's mind right now? I want to get a little bit of a psyche check on this.
He has less intelligence than a dog.
Yeah, literally. I don't even know. Would there even be anything going on in Cal's mind is the real question.
You're probably just on like a feedback loop of like your happiest memory. Honestly.
Just randomly there's a unicorn flying around. Like, just, the randomest things. Just like sunshine, some
Man's having an acid trip. Yeah. What's going on with Jayla? Jayla hasn't said anything in a hot minute. What you up to? You just babysitting still?
Yep.
Making sure Gal doesn't hurt himself?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, don't touch that. That's his hand.
As I'm like reaching for stuff.
He tries to like grab my sword. I'm like, no, don't touch that.
Me when I playfully grab the officer's gun.
Now, you guys are, I guess the assumption was to take a short rest down here.
Yeah.
Okay. So Emily, once they get back, we will conclude with your attunement to this item.
Atonement. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's
usually
the word.
that was his implication.
And I think you're attuned to the frozen mirror as well. I think it's only.
Yeah, I'm so attuned. Exciting.
Yeah, you're locked in. I've got the heart amulet. It only talks to me when I go down though. It doesn't say go.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to speak to you for a little bit, but you haven't gone down in a minute. All right, everyone back?
Yes.
All right, so go ahead, everyone take your short rests. If you're using hit dice, make sure to mark it on your character sheets to heal up. Emily, I DM'd you what the name of the crystal is. I need, as you attune to it, I need you to roll D10 for me.
Yep. Which one's a D10?
Shit, I could have just gone back.
So what's a D10 look like? A 0 or a 10.
A 10. Okay, so that's gonna.
Yeah.
Now roll a D100 for me.
Holy shit. Okay.
73.
76.
Oh.
Okay.
off.
Okay. So, as you are attuning to this crystal, you begin to feel something sprout from your lower abdomen.
Oh.
You seem to have grown an extra bird leg. Where do you want your bird leg to grow out of?
Oh my
I got my
goodness.
third leg walking around.
Oh my god, let me.
It says, this is what it says. It says a bird leg. Just one.
Is this wild magic?
Just one.
Huh?
It is actually a bird leg.
Yeah, it's a bird leg.
Is it wild magic? Is that what's going
If I was
on?
a human, it still would have grown a bird leg. That's so funny.
This seems to be some sort of mutation.
Hmm.
That's so funny because
God.
you're the bird, so it's just like another leg.
Well, there's one called googly eyes where you get googly eyes.
Oh
Your
my
eyes
God.
are just like,
Oh, love that.
So do we all of a sudden see this leg pop out of her?
wherever she's saying this, wherever she
where I
wants to grow.
stick it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm letting her choose
I'm
where it
look-
grows.
I'm looking at a photo of an eager right now to think of where I could like put it so that it could be hidden.
Oh,
Grows that
nowhere.
big people with
Yeah,
it.
that's what,
I know, I'm like just feather. I guess I do wear clothes because I'm not just a literal egret.
She's not a nudist.
Oh my god. I don't know. I guess let's just like stick it under a wing.
Okay.
maybe?
Kind of like armpit leg.
I like that. Yeah, let's do armpit leg.
So the
Okay.
first time Fiska flies, the next time Fiska
Yeah.
flies.
Well, I think
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to Emily if she wants to reveal it. I think it just depends on how you react to this, because this just like sprouts out. Like it's not slow and sudden. You feel the sensation and it just pops out like a pimple. Like it just explodes out of your armpit.
Amazing. Oh my god. I'll tuck it in. I'm gonna tuck it in. Let it camouflage the feathers a little.
Okay.
We won't talk about that yet.
Pull up your leg.
But you are tuned to it. You can feel free to look at the item on your inventory when you add it. It should be in the system.
Cool.
But yeah, you guys all rest up for a while. Gal's still loopy. He's still lost in the sauce, but you guys all recover. What y'all doing?
Let's get out of here.
I'll just say to Fiska, I mean, is it safe? Do you think we could leave with it, or?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just like Alex scratch my armpit.
I suppose let's go.
Yeah. I'll put Gal. He'll be on my shoulders.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't have to walk around. I got it.
And as
So you guys.
as we're leaving, I'll just say, I know it attacked us, but there is a part of me that kind of feels bad that, we destroyed this thing that was down here being protected for so long, and somehow has some connection to me. I don't think. I mean, maybe we could have had a conversation with it, but I mean, that's doesn't matter now.
If it was intelligent at one time, makes me think maybe it just went mad.
Yeah, I mean, being stuck down here for that long.
So you could say we did it a favor.
Yeah, I mean, that's makes me feel a little bit better. So.
Because they said it was like super intelligent. I don't know if it seemed like all that we thought it. Maybe before it was.
I mean, maybe we don't really understand what intelligence is.
Maybe it was so far beyond us.
Yeah. It doesn't matter now. Let's go.
As Elazar says that, I want to pull Lorian's hair.
Stop it. Stop it.
Watch your blades. He wants to grab those. I already
I don't-
took all
I
his
don't-
weapons.
No, mine are on my hips.
I got long arms. I think you forget I am you.
Stop it. Yeah, I've got a
You got-
basketball player on my shoulders.
Yeah, we're
Trying to
leaving.
you're making y'all's way out. Okay. Obviously, with some trials and tribulations with Gal's lower intelligence now, it takes a little bit longer, but you eventually all ascend back into Goodmead, up into Shander's house, or your new home, Casa de People. That's where you all ascend up into, and you guys are all back inside. It is basically nighttime at this point. It's probably 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. It's been a long day. Earlier in the day, you went to go shop. Not really eventful. I mean, you and Gal got drunk. I forgot what happened to your potion, honestly, but
Yeah,
y'all drank some potions, bought some items,
Oh,
came
yeah.
back, and y'all dungeon delved. But you guys are all in y'all's home.
what time of night is it?
It's at 8:30 to 9 at night.
Okay. I'll set Gal down, and then I will just do a patrol through the town as my my station commands. So,
Okay.
little patrol before I go to bed.
Okay.
And I'll get ready for bed. Goodbot's tired.
Is there like a candle or something within the building, like something? Yeah.
Yeah, you find a candle without any problems.
I think Elza will probably grab a candle and he'll just say, "I'll be back. Won't be too long. Anyone who wants to come with me is welcome. It's nothing too private, but I'll go to that abandoned shack.
Yeah.
And then just sit the candle on like a table and burn it and just meditate till it's out and then head back.
Yeah, you definitely do that. Unbothered and uninterrupted by anyone passing. Obviously, you hear Lauren stamping past the building. At one point during your meditation, but it is a very very peaceful night, which is strange
Yeah.
in Icewind Dale. But you sit there, the candle burns out slowly, and you eventually return back to the group. Lorian, as you make your way around town, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Sure. Can I use my nose?
Yeah.
Nice.
Toucan Sam over here.
12.
12. Not much on the wind this night.
Gotcha.
Other than that, your patrol's pretty much easy. There's nothing that catches your attention. But the rest of you are all at home while these two are out and about. What are y'all doing while they are out and about? I know Ichabod said he's probably going to nighttime.
Yeah.
Fiska and Jayla, what are you two doing as Gal kind of slobbers on himself?
Did something happen to him?
Oh. Wow.
He's a little different.
Yeah, we think he's dumber.
Huh.
Yeah, that thing did a number on him. So, I don't even know if he knows his name. Gal. See? Nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. He should be better in a little bit, or not a little bit, but a few days, maybe a week or so.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks? Yeah, it's like 2 weeks.
It's
Yeah.
a week and a half.
It's a 10-day. It's one week in Icewind Dale. It's a 10-day.
Okay.
Yeah, so he'll get a little better every day, or that's what Elazel said. But he's supposed to rest.
Well, alright. Good luck with that.
Oh, okay.
Babysitting duty's crazy.
Was the
Yeah.
babysitter now?
Yep. The burdens of being a leader.
Yeah.
So whenever Elazel gets back, he will he'll just say, you know, I had a thought regarding Gowl. It's very possible that we could trade information for Gowl's sanity to Avarice. And we don't know what exactly she's capable of, but she might be able to reverse this. So we might be able to offer her a little more than we originally planned, but
What if we gave her Gal for information?
No, we're giving her information for Gowl.
Right, but I'm saying until he's got his senses back.
Oh,
What
that's
if we let her watch over him?
that's gonna be like
Would you want that?
a 10-day though. We'll be without Gowl for 7 months.
I mean, what's he gonna do now?
Well, only his
Is he
mind's
gonna be
affected,
a-
right?
Big meat shield just out in front.
Yeah, he could probably still hit things.
Okay.
Once he has 3 intelligence, he's a dog.
Oh, dog's great. I love
So
dogs.
he would know his name. We
I
can
mean, he'll
teach him
get
to
a
sit.
point of intelligence tomorrow morning when he wakes up. So
Right.
Yeah.
He's at 1 right now, right? Yeah.
We can
Okay.
teach him to sit and
I ju-
stay.
Shake hands, roll
Yeah.
over.
Like that.
I guess another question is like, when do we want to try to contact Avarice? Like, do we want to sleep on it, talk in the morning, and figure out what we want to offer her? I don't know. I mean, we could try right now. None of us can contact her, right? It's not in any of our wheelhouses.
Nope, I can only contact those
Whoops.
dwarves.
Right. So it'd have to be in the morning. Find someone in town, maybe. What's up?
Could you just like ask for her on the wind, and maybe she, since she was like super interested in your people, maybe she just has like a beat on you.
I don't
Like,
know.
how'd she find us in a goddamn forest?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could go like climb on the roof and just wave.
But what information are we trading?
Well, that's it. We need to figure that out first.
We could give her the tentacle.
Yeah, we were gonna give her the eye stalk and hope that she could do something with it. And then we were discussing whether or not we want to reveal where we found it. And I guess maybe we could trade that location for Gal's sanity if we want to do that. I mean, I will say, I did say that we don't know how important that metal is. There wasn't much else down there other than she might be able to figure out more information than we could have with our limited knowledge on. I mean, the way I see it is it will take us a long time to gain any knowledge that she may already have.
I just feel like she isn't to be trusted.
No, I mean, I agree.
I think anything that she learns that could point her in a direction, she won't share with us. So.
She won't share with us?
Yeah.
Right.
But or at the very least, she would go there first, take whatever she thought was valuable, then send us in as grunts or what have you.
Well, I mean, I feel like what's happening so far is we're finding the locations and we're making the decision to share the information with her, right? And so we've already taken what's important that we know of from this location.
We could. Mm-hmm.
And so by giving her the knowledge of that location, you know, she can go down there and, I mean, find and share whatever she pleases. I mean, at this point, as long as the trade-off is getting Gowl's, you know, sanity back. Faculties, that's the word. Thank you.
As you guys are talking, you hear this. You look over and see Gal's kind of walking into a table, pushing it.
Oh,
Moving
shit,
furniture.
sorry, I got him.
Has anyone taken Gal out to go to the bathroom recently?
I am not doing that. That is
Okay.
your responsibility.
Okay, I'll grab Gal's hand and I'll walk inside.
Oh, what a good bro.
Yeah. Go potty.
I mean, you could also take him up to one of the toilets. Just sit him down there.
Oh, yeah. I'll do that.
Is there still like something sitting in one of those?
I think we took the.
You guys took him out to show the town about the doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that would be pretty funny if you guys just forgot. Oh, but there's a skeleton in there. Like, what the fuck?
But
Halloween.
Before I go, I could say we could either share what we just found or the mural at the place that we were at. Either one.
That's
I
true.
feel. Yeah.
So the gargoyle that we ran into found us after that mural, right?
Before.
It was before. I thought it was after.
Oh, it was after.
Yeah, it was on our way back.
Yeah, it's after y'all got done in the
Oh,
Verbeek
you're
lair.
right. Because we were like, we're not gonna tell you shit.
Because y'all are a caravan of circus walking through the forest.
Yeah, so we already didn't share that with her when we should have. So if she's smart enough, she would be like, oh, why didn't you give this to us earlier? But I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just a...
Or maybe she has a big enough ego and we're like, oh, we didn't know it was that important and we can get by with that.
Yeah.
It's just a picture.
What did the note say that we had taken from his hand? What did that say exactly? Forget what it exactly said. If it was still relevant at all, that maybe we'd be like, oh, we don't know what it said. Oh, we're so dumb, you know.
I mean, I guess we could do that, yeah, and just say we just opened the door without knowing what the letter said.
Future experimentation. Oh, that's a lot. I don't know if I would feel comfortable giving her that information. But maybe we could tell her the location.
Yeah.
I would not give her that note, but telling her the location is maybe.
Yeah. I say yes, there was some kind of skeleton guy.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, be like we found a thing, took it from it.
And I will hand over some of the metal and say this is what he was made of.
Here's his goo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Here's his solidified goo.
He was oozing.
Lightning will turn it to liquid. So there's that science. Yeah.
I'm good with that if you want to go up and with the bat signal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think honestly Elazar will probably just do that if he can easily get up on the roof, just sit there for a while, and I don't think he'd like stand there and wave, but just like, I don't know, do something, maybe shoot a little lightning in the sky. I don't know.
I'll just say her name.
Just whisper it on the wind. You think you own whatever land you land on.
Okay, so you're going up to the roof to T-pose for a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
basically.
taking Gal to the bathroom.
Just dabbing.
Gal, you have been left into a small cubicle for some reason.
Just let me know when you're done. I'll stand outside.
Ichabod, you're asleep right now. You don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
We'll get
That's
to you
cool.
in a little bit. But Elza, you were on the roof. You said you might want to choose some lightning. Is there anything specific you want to try to actually really do up here? I know what your intentions are. Is there something you like? Do you want to make it more dramatic? Do you want to do anything flamboyant to make a show of it, or do you just want to go up there and like do?
Well,
like
I don't.
a little bit of a light show.
I don't want like any townsfolk walking around to look and see the crazy guy shooting lightning in the sky. You know, the new guy. But yeah, he'll. You know how? Can I use that? You know what? It's like a flare. I'll shoot a just shoot a guiding bolt into the sky instead of lightning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think I honestly would like just whisper her name. Just say Avarice. If you can hear me. We have some information.
Okay.
You got a tracker on your ass for sure. That's what I think, anyways.
And then I'll just sit.
You cast this lightning upwards, or this guiding bolt upwards into the sky, and it disappears into the clouds above. And it seemingly goes off forever till it disappears. You see something fall quickly.
Oh
to the
no, I
ground.
hit something.
You hit a gargoyle.
I hit Fiska.
You see something fall quickly as it turns into like a small meteorite. You can't really make out the details of the way the light is reflecting off of it, but you see it maybe 400, 500 feet away from the house, outside of town in the wilderness, leave a small crater and a cloud of snow go up. But from this distance, you can't really tell what it is out there. But it looks like it fell roughly from the height with which your guiding bolt went up into, and it just naturally arced down to the ground. If that makes sense.
So it was just my guiding bolt that landed?
There was something that landed. It seemed very physical, but you don't
Oh,
know
okay.
from this distance.
All right. I'll go back down into the building and say, I mean, something happened. Does anybody want to go with me and, and check it out?
Yeah, I think Gal's done in there. You done?
Gal, did you use the bathroom?
He's rolling.
Okay.
Roll a
think
wisdom check.
I think he's done. Come on, Gal. And
You pull him
grab
out
his
there.
hand.
The
Yeah.
commode is still pristine in there. Thank God he didn't use the bathroom with that. Oh, someone been on cleanup duty, but you pull him out of there, away from the party.
Yeah, come. Me.
I
We'll
wanna
come with
go.
you.
Yeah, I'll also go.
So everyone's going with Ichabod.
He's good.
All right, cool.
I mean, someone should probably stay with Gal, right?
Well,
Gal
Gal's
just
coming
throws
with
his
us.
hands up like
Gal's coming with us.
he wants to go.
Double rainbow.
Should we where are we keeping our birds? I don't remember what they're called. What are those things called?
Axe beaks.
Axbeaks.
Axbeaks.
Where are we?
They're in a
Are they?
stable. They're in a
They're
stable.
in a stable.
town.
Okay.
Yeah. There are stables in town. Every town has a stable system. So,
I mean, should we bring him with us, or?
Put him in the stable with the axe beaks.
No, Gal's coming with us. He's coming.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we're setting out. Well, Ichabod sleeps.
We could
Okay.
wake him up.
No, don't you dare.
I'm getting a feeling he doesn't want to be woken up. I'm getting a feeling.
So I will direct them towards where I saw that thing land in the forest, or the whatever it was.
Yeah. You guys make your way away from the homestead, home on the range. You make your way away from the home, and eventually come to a small crater with a small, very small stone inside of the crater. The stone has what looks to be a mouth on it, like a carving of a mouth.
Interesting.
Jayla, you recognize this.
I recognize it.
You have one of these on your body.
Oh, what is this, a sending stone, or?
Oh. I'll pick it.
Oh, anyone can pick it up. I was just saying
Yeah,
you
yeah.
recognize it.
Yeah.
You recognize it.
So if you say what it is, then I'll pick it up.
Yeah. That's a sending stone. I wonder if... Talk into it. Say hello. Who's there?
Hello.
But you're gonna only use it like once a day, so...
Oh. So don't say hello, who's there. Probably give it the information that we're offering, right? Because if I can only say hello, who's there, and I can't use it till the next day, then...
Well, we don't know who's on the other end.
I guess that's true.
Already evening anyway.
What'd you say, Emily?
It's already evening anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Hello? What's who is this?
So you speak into the stone. About a moment, not really a moment, maybe about 30 seconds to 45 seconds go by. And you hear a voice, feminine voice, come across the stone. And you recognize it as Avarice's voice. She says, "For some reason, I was able to hear from you. And I think you might need an easier way to communicate with me in case you have found anything of information. What is it? Yes. Well, how can I help?"
So I can we keep speaking through this? Is that how this thing works? This is actually Elazal's actually saying this like into the stone.
Oh, that's not how it worked. You'll just have to wait till tomorrow to talk to her.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, she made it sound like I could just say another thing and then we'd come back, but okay. We'll just bring it with us. I guess I'll snuggle with it.
As you guys are out and about doing this, Ichabod, you are asleep.
Yes, I am.
You're snoozing, having a very pleasant dream. What is a pleasant dream that you would be dreaming of?
You would be dreaming of being back in Neverwinter.
Anything you're particularly doing in Neverwinter?
Just walking the streets and stopping in random shops.
Okay. Yeah, as you are walking through these shops and going about your business, kind of in like more of a flashback. It feels like it's a flashback. You feel like you're in the moment, but you know deep down this is a dream. It hasn't been this way in a minute. But as you are walking through your dream, there is a wisp of smoke on the wind. It's beckoning towards a tree. A very familiar looking tree. A noose dangles in the wind as a shadowy form dangles from the noose, swinging back and forth. It just swings as you watch it.
Ichabod would go and try to take it down.
You go over to the wisp of smoky form that is hanging from this noose, and you say you go to kick it down.
Take it down.
Take it down. Yeah, you go over there, you take it down, and it falls to the ground with a very heavy thud. It slowly rises up and up and up until it forms a larger entity. Well over twice your size. It kind of hovers over your being as it looks down at you. A sense of inferiority kind of comes across you in waves. Just a instance of a feeling. It's not anything that you particularly feel inferior to, but it's just this overwhelming sense. And you hear its voice spring from a mouthless body. And it takes a very long pause. You hear this like inhaled breath as this force of wind rushes into its body. You hear this whispering of a call. The mother wants to know how you've been doing.
I think I've been doing well. Well enough.
It takes a second for it to respond, but it responds and it says, I have some news that may interest you. A wand has been spotted. A wand we require on a ship. The frozen sea. A wand of Orcus.
Would Ichabod know where the frozen sea is, or is that like just a generic thing?
Well, Mr. Nature Boy, you would know where the wand of where you would know where the Sea of Moving Ice is. He says the sea, and you think of the Sea of Moving Ice. You know it's at the top northwestmost portion of Icewind Dale. It becomes where the wild wilderness basically takes over, but it is just just a vast expanse of sea that is just frozen over. It says the ship is broken, sundered by ice, stranded on a glacier. Give Jacob a second.
Yeah.
I'm like scrolling through my notes. It takes another long, lengthy breath in as it begins try to speak again from its incorporealness. The ship, known as the Kraken's Kiss.
The Kraken's Kiss.
How will I reach it?
It's up to you. Do this, and she has promised to reward you. This is a weird exchange. You haven't had this long of a lengthy exchange with this entity. You feel a strange. Actually, make an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, make an insight check.
17.
Okay. It's hard to really read something's body language that doesn't really have a body. And this doesn't seem normal. It doesn't seem normal to you just because conversations with this entity haven't happened to this degree. So you feel like there's a little bit of something going on.
Right.
You have that sensation, but it talks. The Kraken's Kiss is guarded by a beast that flies. A dragon of white. It guards the wand. Retrieve it, and she will reward you. And he keeps saying this phrase, she will reward you, over and over again, and it kind of echoes into a cacophony of voices.
Who is she?
You ask that question, and the dream begins to warp a little. You see images of ravens flying about, mixed in with a kind of a slideshow of a ship. You see this Kraken's Kiss. You see a very, very beautiful and ornate sailing ship, pretty much just pierced by an iceberg. You see a set of icy blue eyes glowing with inside of the hull of the ship. And you see more ravens kind of descend upon the ship. And your vision kind of like zooms inwards into the deck of the ship. And you see a very beautiful black obsidian wand. Like more black obsidian and iron rod kind of mixture. Atop of it, a skull with glowing green eyes that glows faintly. And the voice, as this image kind of warps and distorts, the voice just says, "The Raven Mother, of course." And as it says that, the dream kind of like bubbles a little bit, and you are back in Neverwinter, kind of just strolling through the market. Back in your dream.
Okay.
But even as you dream, Ichabod, being of sound mind and body, you picked up on something slight that seems a little off from.
I feel like I've been hijacked.
Yeah. The rest of you all are making your way back to the crib. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. You all reconvene inside, enter inside, and you see that as you come inside, you see Ichabod. Kind of with like as he walks through the common area with what looks like faint like dust or smoke escaping from his body. You see him walking towards the door, just in your direction. His eyes are still closed, but he walks towards you.
Ichabod.
Ichabod, in your head, you hear Elzel's voice begin to penetrate through your dream.
Ichabod. You're right.
Am I all right? Never wake a sleepwalker.
Is he still walking?
I'll pee on
He
you.
seems to be making for the door. Yeah.
Okay.
Looking spookier than usual.
And you hear Fisk's voice kind of intermingle with this in your dreamscape a little bit, kind of intermingling with Elzel's voice.
Man, this is a weird dream.
What's up, Tyler?
What if we? I'll just whisper. What if we just follow him, see what he's gonna go do? You also hear that part.
Sounds kind of fun, actually.
What do you think, Al?
I mean, I'm curious.
If he cared, he'd wake up.
True. Okay, we'll follow him. He's
Okay.
an heir anyways, so we have to. Told me not to wake him up.
So
I got a feeling about that.
so you guys all kind of part to let him pass outside.
Yeah.
Okay. You follow Ichabod through town as he walks to the stables. As he makes his way to unlatch his axe beak from its
Oh golly.
post.
Yeah. I'll just turn to the party and say I don't think we can go this far. I don't think any of us are ready for whatever this is.
He can't get a DUI.
I'll put my hand on Ichabod's shoulder and send a small
Maybe while
pulse.
intoxicated.
Just send a small pulse through his body to try to wake him up.
Yeah, a little bit of like a static shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you Elzo, you reach out, you shock him. Ichabod, you find yourself falling out of this dream fast. You come to consciousness. Those of you watching him see this like smoky black vapor just like rise up out of his body. It's just very faint, it's like a cloud of smoke, just like
Yeah.
flies out of him.
Where are you going, buddy?
I thought I was in bed.
No. We were following you to see where you were going, just to make sure you were okay, and you went to get on your axe beak, and we figured that's probably end of the line for that one.
Probably illegal.
Right. So I was dreaming, and I don't think it's any secret that I'm this way because of the Raven Queen, right?
Right.
So I will occasionally get messages from one of her servants, who is the one who actually rescued me from what would have been my death. And in this dream, it's almost like someone was trying to use that to convince me to do something, but I don't think so the messenger, he calls himself Nevermore.
Okay.
I don't think it was him. I think someone's trying to get me. So supposedly the one, we've had this whole deal with Arl and Orcus, and some of us saw Orcus in the sky. There is a wand of Orcus on a ship in the Sea of Ice to the far north of here that's been trapped in ice and it's broken up. Which, as you can imagine, the wand of Orcus would be a very powerful item. And this entity said that I needed to go get it, and that I would be rewarded. She would reward me. I don't think this thing came from the Raven Queen.
Yeah,
I think Arl may have said something to do with this.
Well, you were before you woke up, you had this smoke surrounding you that kind of dissipated. Does that mean anything?
Well, I will sometimes remember when we first found the dismembered body in that barrel.
Yes, you were alone, but yes.
Right. I will occasionally see trails of smoke that lead me to things and point me in certain directions, and I'm pretty sure that actually is from the Raven Queen.
So if the Raven Queen is leading you with smoke, wouldn't you think that if you are surrounded by smoke while you're having these kind of premonitions, that might still be the Raven Queen, right? Possible? You would think if it was someone else, you might not be surrounded by that smoke.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe that was her trying to protect me in the moment.
It might be too. Like a shield.
Yeah.
Well,
She wasn't doing that good a job.
So all that to say, if there is a wand of Orcus in a ship, it probably wouldn't hurt to find it before someone else does. But we also need to know that Arl, or someone that is not necessarily working in our best interests, is also after it.
Right. I mean, that's just another in the laundry list of things we have to do.
Right. We'll add that to the to-do list.
Well, but it sounds like it's pressing, right? It sounds like it's something we need to do quick,
Yeah,
which that's one more thing we need to do before Karkalok and the meeting of the minds.
Okay.
And
Just want to make sure.
right. No, I know. That's why I said it.
Okay.
And I have to be.
We're
and I have to
piling
be
a
back.
lot of stuff to our to-do list.
Right.
I
And
will
I have to be
be
back.
in Karkalok, whether or not y'all are there.
Right.
Just saying.
So I have to be back
Because my
here for
wife
the
is in trouble.
meeting of the town speakers, or apparently my life is forfeit, and I just assume not have that on my plate.
Well, I think the most important thing we need to do right now is get back and sleep. And
Right.
for you, continue to sleep.
Right, hopefully.
And then I'll try to use this stone in the morning. I'm just gonna tell her to come here. Does that make sense? I don't want to go a day between sentences, right?
Probably tell her to go to Dugan's Hole.
We're leaving in the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll do that then. Ichabod, we found a sending stone that's from Avarice.
Oh, Excellent.
Yeah, she wanted an easier way to communicate with us, but it's like one message at a time per day. So, yeah, I figured just tell her to come to where we are. So Dugan's
Right.
that makes sense. All right.
Also, every 6 to 8 hours, we should take him out just to make sure he's good.
Wait, he's from here, right? Can he like sleep outside as long as there's not a blizzard? That was a joke.
I was gonna say that seems a bit, and he may be stupid, but he's not. You know, he's still a person.
I mean, someone did recommend the stables, so.
I mean, I'm sure it's warm.
We're not gonna do that to Gal. We have to keep an eye on him.
Okay,
And plus,
that's true.
he'll be a
That's
little
valid.
bit. He'll be a little bit smarter when he wakes up. Does he even know how to sleep? I don't even know how that works.
He's
He just-
actively asleep right
Yeah,
now.
right. He
Yeah.
just passes out, and it's not a conscious decision. All right, let's get back.
Okay, I'll put him on my shoulders.
You guys seeing your way back to the house, hi ho, and you make your way inside into your. There's the mayor's room. There's a big bedroom, the master bedroom, and there's enough room for you all. There's a bunch of lumberjacks. You all go to y'all's own rooms, and if you want to, we can move it towards the next day. Yes, Lauren.
Can I just sleep outside the mayor's room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm his militia captain, so.
For sure.
Like just on the floor, or do you want like a cot brought up for you?
Yeah, that's. I'll probably do a
okay.
situation.
All right.
Just so you know, if I hear him, being assassinated or
Sure.
something like that,
That's a great idea.
or if he like walks out again.
Okay.
Oh,
so-
that's all. Put your bed in front of the door, like literally in front of the
He
door,
hits me,
so he
yeah.
trips over you.
Lauren's gonna wake up with Ichabod on the roof above him.
Spider climbing,
guess-
like Ichabod.
Get down from
He's
there.
gonna scurry down the stairs backwards, like off of a. That's just.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll,
Alright.
I'll do that.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything before they all take y'all's long rest?
I don't think so. I think it's
No
bedtime.
watches, nothing like that.
Oh, we should probably do that part.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're saying that, which makes me feel like we should.
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
guys
No,
always
we
say
normally
watch, I
do.
just
Yeah,
wanna
it
make
just
sure.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
even.
why.
I didn't. I thought you were talking about like anything before. Yeah, we do the sleep part. Yeah. I think Elazar would take first watch and just kind of run through his head what he's gonna say to Avarice when she meets them, and just kind of think about everything that happened that day, because that was a lot. I mean, finding more evidence of his ancestors past, and the possibility that his race was an experiment. That's a lot to. And I know Avarice said something to that effect, but finding evidence of it is pretty wild.
Yep.
So yeah, I will. I don't know if anybody wants to take first watch with me, but that's
Did
what I would
you
do.
keep Owl up with you so you tire him out?
Oh, he's probably already asleep, right? I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah. If you consider like a dog sleeps like 16 hours a day or 18 hours a day at 3 intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I will keep an eye on him. We'll just keep him in like a common area.
Okay.
Yeah.
As your watch transpires, go ahead and make some perception checks. You make a perception check. Gal, make a perception check.
Gal's just out in the living room.
You're still a
like, on the
player.
couch.
Yeah, you're still a
I am
player that's
still a
capable of making a
player.
roll. So.
Still exhausted, so it's with disadvantage, so I don't mind.
Oh man, come on.
Man.
I have that advantage, and I rolled 2 7s. So 11 for me.
Okay.
I got a 16, funny enough, but I also rolled a nat 20, so I'm very depressed.
Aww.
I mean, your eyes still work.
I
Yeah,
still
Gal.
work.
Yeah, Gal, your sense. You seem to have been in La La Land for the past couple of hours. That sensation, that kind of euphoric feeling of just childish intellect, or just just no intellect, has kind of worn off a little bit as you were recuperating and recovering from your mental exhaustion. Your senses kind of focus in a little bit, and you are more aware of your surroundings than you have been in the past several hours. And you see Elazelle kind of over there, like, looking around. And then you fart and kind of giggle a little bit, and then you go back to La La Land.
Elazelle will laugh. Elazelle will giggle a little bit too.
Yeah, Elazelle, you hear Gal just let one rip.
Yeah.
That's all you really hear on your watch, but nothing else happens during your guys'.
That's a great watch. All right, who's taking second?
I'll take second.
All right,
Okay.
I'll wake Fiska up and just keep an eye on Gal. He's sleeping pretty soundly, but he was also kind of like aware at the same time when he was with me. So I don't know. He's in and out, you know.
Yeah, sure, he'll be fine.
All right, and I will head to sleep. Are you raising your hand, Tyler?
I'll take next watch.
With
You and
with
Fiska?
Fiska?
Yeah, me and the
Oh,
homie.
with me? Oh shit.
I was gonna suggest it, but I didn't. I didn't want to meta game.
I just kind of want to be up in the middle of the night. Just...
What do you think?
Okay, for sure.
Well, that's
Well,
not.
we
I
haven't had
absolutely
very
was.
many watches together. So.
No, that's true, but I absolutely was not planning on taking care of Gal at all.
Mm.
I have to stick to my guns. It's a terrible force of nurturing. So I was not going to take care of him at all. I was just gonna ignore him.
I'm glad I'm awake then.
No, Gal's pretty much passed out at this point.
Yeah.
He's like sitting on the ground with his knees curled up into a ball, and he's just sleeping.
Great.
Yeah, so Fiska and Lorian, and as your watch, go ahead and roll perception checks. And if you want to roleplay anything, feel free to do so. We pass your watch if you don't want to.
11.
11?
That's what I rolled.
I got 19.
19. Okay. Here's what happens on your watch. Fiska, you are kind of, in your own headspace about this new cool shiny leg that just sprouted from you. So you're kind of focused on that, but nothing else really picks up on you. Since you don't hear nothing, you don't smell nothing, you don't see nothing. You see Gal sleeping in the corner.
It's perpetually crying.
He might be crying.
He's crying. He's having a really bad dream. He's just like crying in his sleep.
You don't notice much Fiska. Lorian, you pick up a scent which you have smelled before. A scent of death and decay.
Gal shit himself.
How'd you know? It's a smell that you have probably thought about multiple times. It smells like a sled full of arms and feet. Well, you can get that scent on the wind. It's not overtly too strong, but you smell it.
I'm gonna. Hey, Fiska, come with me. I've got some. I've smelled something.
Come with me. I'm smelling something.
Okay. You know the bodies that I transported in that town that I had to, and everyone was like super mad at me.
Oh, I remember.
I'm glad. You know what I'm talking. I'm smelling that at the moment, so I want to go see.
Shouldn't we stay here? If you're
No.
that horrible thing that caused a whole lot of problems, and you're gonna pursue it again.
What if I don't want the townspeople of this? I want to figure out where it's coming from. I don't want our people to get taken. Yeah, it's my job as the militia captain to investigate it. Yeah, I'll see it. That'll be fine.
Alright.
Yeah, so we'll go. I'll follow my nose for the whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the slogan is.
You make your way through town. You guys. Well, it depends on how far you guys want to wander. You see, you follow your nose for a good block or so away from the house. The smell continues. Do you guys want to continue to track this, or
I'm gonna keep going.
you're gonna keep going? Fiska, do you want to keep going with them, or?
I'll keep going. I'll just be like, how far away is this?
There's not like I'm just following the smell. It's getting stronger, I think, but like there's no like, oh, it's this close or this far. So let's just keep going. You know, if we get too far, you can just head back. But
So you actively make your way through town. You know, Goodmead's not a big town. It's a decent-sized town, but you make your way through town. Eventually, you come across a set of sled tracks, and your path kind of stops, and the smell kind of dissipates as you get to the edge of Goodmead. And you're at the point of Goodmead where there is a sign pointing to the next town, and the arrow points to what's labeled as Dugansoul. It points over, and you see the sled track continue off into the distance, but the smell and the scent kind of dissipates on the wind.
So I think the body parts went to Dugan's hole. That's at least what I'm getting. So perhaps in the morning we should be on the lookout when we go there.
Good idea.
I would say make a perception check as you guys are standing here on the edge.
3.
Yep. Sounds about right.
17.
Visca, you are not aware. Orin, you hear a very, very faint, very, very distant, very, very faint, probably carried by the wind. You hear the cackle. You hear a cackle.
Would I recognize it? Maybe.
It's a cackle.
Okay, Fisker, maybe you didn't hear this, but I did hear the laugh of one of the hags on the wind. So I think I'm right. We can't go right now, but in the morning. In Brinchander, me and Elizal, we went to investigate this, and there was this whole thing, and eventually we found, you know, the person we were talking to was the hag, and in the back they had killed the person. We had drank a drink they offered us before we knew this.
Did I ever find out what was in that?
No.
Okay.
No. I didn't tell you. But I will tell that we drank the drink, and later, after we figured out, oh, the hag was it, I opened up the cask of the drink to look if what was inside there, and there were like body parts in the drink we drank. I thought Elizal wouldn't want to know, so I didn't tell him, because he didn't want to know what I was transporting. So
that was smart of you.
Yeah.
See, I knew you were a smart one.
Yeah. So, you know, we're just dealing with like a problem. This is we killed one of the hags, so, you know, the one I met in Targos is still out there and alive.
Surely we did one, we can do another, but with the rest of the group. So
yeah, we should try to talk to it this time. But yes,
that's a good idea.
Or I'm gonna hustle back just in case they've like kidnapped Gal. we should hustle back.
Sure. I'm gonna say this whole time I have been holding a mug of coffee with a third. Rather, I'm gonna say it's like the third foot that's under my arm. This one is going to be pink and kind of a little too long and unfeathered. And that's just going to be holding a cup of coffee, and I'm going to be sipping out of it.
That's so funny.
It's like a bleached chicken leg.
It's based off of a stilt. So I went from one long-legged water bird to the longest-legged water bird.
Do I see this other thing, or are you like hiding it?
I'm not hiding it right now. I'm just using it to drink coffee out of.
So it's one of those, like, you have to be, like, cognizant of a possibility of a third limb.
I'm going to say that I didn't expect anybody to join me on watch, so I was probably just out there sipping it when you came out, and then I, like, didn't make any sudden movements.
That's
so
funny.
Now that I'm really looking at you, it's starting to... Is that, like, a new, like... You have, like, these two, and then you have, like, a different appendage. Has that been there? Is that new?
Huh. Let's look at that. I don't think I've had that before. I don't know where it came from. It's kind of useful there. I can do this with my hands while I'm still.
True. Honestly, true. Well, if any more of that stuff happen, maybe talk to us about. I mean, it might be hard to hide it, but
I don't think my body's any of your business.
fair enough. I mean, we just don't want you turning into some monster or anything.
That's not gonna happen. Emily stalled way too long.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, okay. Mental note in my head.
What a silly thing to say.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, let's get back. I know, Gal, he might have shit himself or something. So we'll start hustling back.
You guys make it back home. Gal still cuddled up in a corner, hugging his knees as he sleeps. But you guys, your watch has ended. Dang, that thing looks like the bird off of Surf's Up. That's what that is. It's the birds off of Surf's Up.
Oh
I
man,
haven't seen that. Oh wait, no, I have seen that. Oh my god, that's an old film. Okay.
that's some legs.
Freaks.
Rude.
But other than that, you guys return. Your watch has concluded. Are you waking anyone else up for the last watch, or y'all just raw dog?
Rod.
Yeah.
We're all dog in the watch.
I was gonna wake up Jayla.
Okay. Jayla, you are awoken.
Wake up.
Morning.
Wake up.
Wake up!
Grab a brush and put a little makeup. How the fix the cane?
If he wakes me up that abruptly, I punch him.
Okay.
What did the keys put on the table?
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Here you
I'm
go.
already
Bring it to
sure.
the table. What'd I do?
Sure.
I can trust.
Yeah, she just wants to hit something. That's all Star wants to do. She just wants to punch something.
Dirty 20.
True.
Yeah. How much damage does it do? It should be your strength score. Your strength score is 0. It would be 1 point of damage.
3.
3 points of damage. You take 3 points of Cow Fist.
Fuck, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? Oh my god.
You don't just wake people up like that.
It was your turn. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Next time,
do
it
better.
more.
Do better. I'm gonna.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
do
follow
better.
in the morning.
You're not getting one.
Do better. I'm gonna.
No,
go
you want to play around all the time. That's on you.
I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away.
That's what I thought.
Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep.
I'm gonna grumpily go watch.
She
You know,
punches me. I have to apologize. Crazy. Crazy.
It's your turn for watch. You can go ahead and make a perception check.
Girl boss.
And then if you would like to roleplay, you can feel free to do anything you want. Cartwheel.
22.
Okay, you on your watch smell something. Smell something dead, something decrepit, something decaying. It's a very weird smell, but it's a smell of death.
Oh shit! Didn't tell you.
It
Again.
wafts from outside.
Like, is it like a strong smell, like right outside?
Mhm. Yeah.
I'll just kind of peek my head out the door and look around.
Yeah, you peek your head out, and you see standing at the door what appears to be an elderly lady.
What the fuck?
You blink your eyes and your vision is gone.
Oh.
And you can't see for a moment, and then you open your eyes again and the lady is gone.
Do I still have my amulet?
The amulet's still there, yeah.
Okay.
Your sight returns.
I slam the door really quick and lock it.
You do that?
I look out the I look out the window. I'm like,
You don't see anything out there, but as you look out there, another moment goes by as you're kind of like keeping check, and you go to blink again, and this time your eyesight, you go back to being blind again. About a minute goes by as you're blind, You open your eyes back up and you see the old lady still outside.
Oof.
She seems to have returned when you came back to. She just stands there.
I'm gonna like crack the window open and be like, hello?
The old lady, she like blinks and crackles and looks over towards you, and you see the visage of an elderly lady. She has an orange scarf on her head. Got a little scraggly tooth. Did you meet Ethel?
I don't know what she looks like.
No.
That's right.
But I know her voice.
She doesn't speak to you. She does look at you. And she does this, she like waves. And your eyes kind of, as you blink again, they shut. You're back in darkness as your blindness returns. About another minute goes by and your eyes open once again and the elderly woman is gone.
I shut the window all the way. Make sure it's locked, of course. I grab both my scimitars. And I look at Gal. I'm like, no one gave him a blanket? I'll throw a blanket over him.
Throw a blanket on top of Gal.
Give him a little pillow. And then I'm like, I'm sitting like by the window, just like, with my scimitars like ready.
And as your watch continues, your vision seems to maintain its steady sight. You don't feel yourself slipping back into your, blind state. But it seems you have seen something outside your door. But your watch passes. You all have successfully taken a long rest.
Sweet.
Gal, your intelligence goes up back by 1, goes up to 1, so you're at 2 now.
Woo!
For your sake, it's probably harder for you to communicate stuff, honestly. But there's enough of Gal there for him to do, not to be just a sack of meat. You have some sentience, you're just not able to talk too well. But you are slowly returning to your normal self. So that kind of begins to take effect. You all awake. The birds of Icewind Dale are chirping. The penguins are waddling. They're chirping. There's some penguins out there dancing to some happy feet song. There's the whole thing going on out there, but must be Oral's magic.
Maybe she's not.
Other than that, you all wake up well rested.
Just while I guess we're out in the common room,
Yep.
I'll just be like, forgot to mention this to I rub my nose and then I look at her, Jayla last night, but me and Fiska did smell like rotting carcass and stuff like that, and we followed some tracks outside, and they basically went to Dugan's Hole. And then I heard a laugh on the wind that sounded like a hag. Maybe the one from Targos, perhaps. Well, I don't know how many there are. But just be aware that, Dugan's Hole might... the hag might have been in this town and may be in Dugan's Hole. So... It was, the smell I smelled was the same smell of the dismembered body parts that I transported.
Excellent.
Yep. Just, I forgot to mention that to her last night. It slipped my mind. In my defense, she punched me in the face, so...
Valid.
Well,
Yeah.
Don't wake me up like that again. So, anyways.
I bet I wake her up.
Smelly smell.
Anyways, on your little note of that, I think your friend visited us. It was like an old lady. She had like a really orange scarf, a little snaggletooth.
Little snaggle too.
Yeah. That sounds like Ethel, right? The hag I met. Oh, yeah, that's the one I made the deal with that I had to do, otherwise she'd eat me. Yeah.
She was outside.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You didn't say anything, or?
I said hi. She didn't talk back to me. Just kind of creepily waved at me and then like broke some bones or something. I don't know. It was.
She probably wanted you to come outside and talk to her.
Yeah, that seems so smart. No, I stayed inside.
Okay.
You know, I didn't want to know, like get kidnapped and you guys have to go on an adventure, to fix a problem I caused.
You guys didn't go on the adventure. I went on the adventure. But
Well, now she's a problem. She was making.
She was always.
Okay, well.
Go ahead.
She's a problem for us now.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And she was outside.
Yep. Another thing on our to-do list. Yay.
She's talking me, us.
So if Elazal's hearing all this, he'll be like, do we think Avarice might be able to help with the hag problem? Or do you think Avarice might be, like, kind of aligned with the hag? Because, I mean, if we're having Avarice meet us in Dugan's Hole, and that's also where the hag's gonna be,
Oh, could be.
Might at least be worth sharing that information with her and just saying, hey, we have this issue, and it's kind of hindering our, progress in our search for information. So just an FYI. Yeah, I don't know.
Not a bad idea, actually.
I mean,
I can't imagine she was like hates them or loves them. They're probably just like there. They're like a nuisance, like weeds, almost.
Yeah.
I don't want them there, but whatever.
Locals. How far is Dugan's Hole? So when I make this, send this message, we can tell her when to expect us. Gowl can't answer that. Fiska, how far is Dugan's Hole? Or Jayla?
Where is Dugan's Hole?
Dugan's Hole is exactly... DM?
Dugan's Hole is somewhere south of Dugan's body.
Depends on which hole.
I think it's 3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours via IXP. Wait, hold on. It's funny I say that because that's actually the name of the quest in Dugan's Hole. Hold up. So to Goodmead, it would be 2 hours on IXP. It's a 4-hour track via foot, but you can make it there in 2.
So whenever we're about to leave, I'll make the call and just say to meet us there. I mean, or at least let her know when we'll be there, and just let her know that's where we'll be.
Yep.
So, yeah, all right. Do we want breakfast first? Do we want to just head out and eat on the road?
Are you sending that message right now?
No, I'm gonna send it like as soon as we plan on leaving, and just letting her know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good to leave now. I kind of want to get on the hag's trail. If they're eating people in Dugan's Hole or cutting them up or whatnot,
Well, it's kind of curious that on your watch you saw the tracks go out of town and the laugh off in the distance, and then on Jayla's watch she was back in town at our window.
I don't want hags in Goodmead.
Yeah. I mean, we fought one. I don't want hags just to exist in general. I don't want to be like, that they're not great for whatever we're trying to do here.
well, maybe it's a magic thing. Don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe, Jayla is wearing like a possession of one of the hags we killed. So maybe.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe she has been like, oh, you fucker! I know you took that off my sister or whatever.
It also could have been that Ethel stayed behind, and whoever was pulling the cart was another hag heading out of town with it. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, I guess we should go. Should we have Gal ride with someone?
Gal, do you think you could drive?
He doesn't. I don't think he understands what you're saying. Gal.
He seems to have a bit more movement nowadays. Like
Well, he's not drooling. That's for sure. That's
yeah.
a plus.
Well, we can just like tie something to his axe beak. Well, and
Oh, that's true.
yeah.
Link axe beaks. He could be like a sidecar.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Or like you're on a 2-person bicycle, but you're the only one actually.
Doing the work, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess let's head off.
Yep.
We're heading.
To Dugan's
We're
Hole.
heading off to Dugan's Hole. We have Gal's axe beak tied to another axe beak to like lead him and his axe beak.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. You guys set out from. Oh, hold on before you set
Yeah,
out.
and I will send the message like just before we leave. Just say, Avarice. Instead of doing this back and forth thing, we'll meet you in Dugan's Hole. We'll be there in roughly 2 hours.
Be there, be square.
Yeah.
Before you send that.
Oh.
Are y'all telling anyone that y'all are leaving? Town mayor?
We should.
All right.
We're the entire administrative body.
Just write a note.
Yeah, leave it on the door.
The IOU.
We'll be
BRB.
back. BRB.
We need to tell the previous town speaker's daughter who runs the meat place.
Yeah, she'll be our stand-in, I think.
Yes.
Anissa?
Yeah.
And then, yes.
Okay. Yeah, y'all go find Anissa, and we don't have to roleplay the scene. You effectively tell her, yo, dog, I'm headed out.
Stepping out for a moment.
A town speaker business.
Yep. You know how it is.
She'll just nod and agree, and she basically just agrees to watch the town, take care of the town, and if it has to, she will handle some disputes that happen if she has to, but she will save all the fun stuff for you. She says fun. She does the air quotations.
Is there any kind of like badge that you hand to her, like deputy mayor, like
That's what I was thinking.
little star, or?
I
With
haven't
a
had
town speaker T-shirt.
I haven't had time to make that up yet.
I'll also mention to her, if you smell like rotting meat on the wind, or like you see like a really big old lady and she's creepy looking at you, just like send a raven or whatnot, and just let us know. Don't worry about it. If you don't see it or smell it, don't worry about it. But if you do, just send us a letter.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure. Right. You guys set off for Dugan's Hole. And as you... Oh, I gotta type. Cool. As you guys set out for Dugan's Hole, you make your way to the southern side of Goodmead to a snow-covered path. You know, and it's labeled by that sign Lorien and Ithiska saw the night previously that says Dugan's Hole. And you glance off in that direction, you can see out on the horizon is, past the town is a large mountain range. And most people that know Icewind Dale know that as the spine of the world, this vast mountain range. The spine of the world can be a beautiful place at times, but to those here in Tin Towns, it kind of acts as a wall, obviously, and metaphorically, it kind of keeps them not metaphorically, figuratively, but it keeps them separate from other civilizations. So southern civilizations are favoring. But as you all set down that path, as your axe beak cut off some ice as they sprint off into Dugan's Hole direction, you guys disappear rather fast away from Goodmead, as Goodmead kind of shrivels up into the distance behind you. These axe beaks, you can tell that they are happy. They haven't been rode in a minute, probably like a day or 2 days. It's been a minute. They're able to stretch their legs out, and they are just bounding. They are moving that as fast as a bird can carry. And the first 2 miles of your journey are very unchanging, very boring. It's obviously, you know, you see your blurs, your snow piles, just a blur of snow and ice. A couple fields that are springing some small vegetation, nothing crazy, some very brittle trees.
Little ice pillars.
Yep. But the terrain goes from this kind of like hilly, it's like more flat and hilly kind of environment to a more hilly, rocky terrain. You can obviously tell you are going from a flat land to a mountainous area.
Rugged.
So rugged. Sorry. But yeah, as you guys head further and further, more rocks and vegetation. It grows thicker and thicker. The rocks begin to get bigger. Vegetation begins to grow into bigger bushes. It's a little bit of a nice scene change as you are just usually surrounded by ice. You pass a couple people on dog sleds that are heading to Goodmead. They give you, you know, slight waves and nods as they pass you by, but there's no further interaction. They seem to be busy with whatever life these Dale folk have. But yeah, as they move past you, you guys don't see another soul for the rest of your journey. And around the 4-hour mark, you guys begin to see Dugan's Hole pop up into the horizon. Sorry, I'm like jumping around here. I haven't done this in forever. But you all kind of arrived to Dugan's Hole, and I will share. Looks like map's tool. It's a very beautiful basic town. You see the small cluster of dwellings perched on the edge of what is known as the Red Waters. You know that this town, and those of you that have been in Icewind Dale know this is the smallest town. Those of you seeing it, you know this is the smallest town in Icewind Dale. This is it's like 6 shacks. It's a whoever called this a town was crazy when they labeled it, because this is just it's just 6 houses and some stones. But other than that, you know, it's probably obviously is also the most insular of towns. Not very well traveled to. It's very secluded. Very much this town is away from the other towns. This is probably the most far-fetched town you could possibly go to or travel to. No one really comes here. It's kind of the redneck woods. It's kind of a piece of shit. Yes.
Did Avarice respond when I sent her that message?
I'll get to that one.
Okay.
I'll get to the town. Yeah,
right.
yeah. But yeah, as you guys make your way into Dugan's Hole, you see obviously there are some small dilapidated piers on the water's edge that have been completely just covered in ice. You know, it's unsafe and unstable, but there are some little kids playing on it, laughing and giggling. You see there are some kill boats that have been equally rendered, sundered, or just immobile. You see those large stones off in the distance, kind of hovering above the town, casting a shadow across the town. There's not much to this town. This town is very small. Before you guys kind of come over here and stop and see this on the distance. Before you guys even get into the town, you get a ping back from Avarice. Can you remind me again what you said?
Yeah, I just said I'd prefer meeting rather than, you know, waiting a day in between messages. So if you want to meet us in Dugan's Hole, we'll be there within 2 hours.
She does respond as soon as you get to Dugan's Hole, but before you even go into town, you get the response. And she says, "Kind of busy at the moment and can't make a in-person visit. I can send Gargle for information exchange. Me and this group are busy."
Oh.
That's kind of the end of her little message.
All right.
Well,
And I'll just
That's
I'll
probably what's going on.
Can they hear that out of the stone, or do I have to relay that? Yeah.
We have to relay it.
Okay, so I'll relay that message. She's sending another gargoyle. I mean, I'm not surprised. She said she's busy with some other group at the moment. So
Probably
same group.
the Arcane Brotherhood, right?
I don't know. She mentioned a group last time we spoke with her. They like came down from the sky or something.
Oh, angels?
right.
Or-
Yeah. So
They sound like it. Yeah, I mean, coming down from the angels.
I don't know, or people that just fell out of the sky somehow. I don't know.
Well,
Angels would be interesting.
Angels in the outfield.
Also, you know, as we're coming into town, I do have to go visit those stones of the.
I remember. I remember you
stuff to
saying
do
that.
with, Thrune.
Yeah. I mean, do you need company for that, or is that something you need to
I
do
think
alone?
it'd be better if you came, because Thrune sounds like a real. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be fighting him or if it's a trial or what, but it has something to do with my brand. So-
Right. We don't. We're not doing that right away, right?
No, we can kind of.
Meander through the massive town
Right.
that is Dugan's Hole.
Right. Jayla owns a house here, so you know maybe she can show you around. Prime real estate.
Us. Yes. Looks exciting. I'm excited.
Okay, show us around your town, Jayla.
Which one's your house?
I really don't want to show them around. You can go to my house, but it's literally same as everybody else's house.
So your family's still here?
No. I don't have any family.
Oh, so, but your house is still standing.
Yes.
Oh.
My wife and I lived in there, so.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
Yep. Cool. Let's go.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
were
as
they
you guys
having unspeaker problems? So, yeah, we'll keep it.
As you guys begin to crest down, you see a family approaching you. They have like what looks like a sled and like some belongings. They're packed. Not like a huge sled. It's like very much a tiny little. It's a half a sled. It's very makeshift. It looks like a wooden panel that's got a rope tied to it. You see most of them are walking a little bow-legged. One of them's got this weird spine deformity. Another has half an ear. Another has a very large forehead. And one has just a receding hairline. There's one that's perfect. Looks beautiful. Looks like Fabio. But nonetheless, as you guys are walking, they begin to pass you. And the man that looks like Fabio, which is the father, he sees you all as he smiles, a very, very happy smile. You see he has no teeth. So he isn't perfect. You learned that real quick. He has no teeth, but you see, he says, new travelers. I wouldn't linger long if I was you. I have an uneasy feeling in my balls. We're all doomed. My balls know better than most. Something bad's coming. So I'm getting the hell out of here with my guys, and Hubert over there, and you should too. Come on, guys.
Where are you going?
Well, I'm leaving.
No, but where to where? Where are you heading?
Oh, this ain't the way to get to the pass and the spine.
I don't anybody? I don't know.
Do I know? No.
He's going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
You gotta go this way. I'll point in the right direction.
Oh. Okay. He turns around.
Do I know who this is and if like this is normal?
Yeah. This is Jebediah.
Is he like crazy or like?
It's a Delfolk of Dugan's Hole.
Okay. Well, have fun, Jebediah.
He like stops. Oh shit! Jayla, what was your name again?
That's correct, Jayla.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Him and his family leave, and the little kids of the group they look back at you and they smile. They don't wave; they just smile. They leave. They head back through town. You see them head through town. to the other side of town to leave Icewind Dale. Hopefully, they can make the travel safely, but they seem to be. Good luck. That's what you guys see as they leave. He's like, yeah, that's good luck. But you guys do come into the rest of town. And as you enter this town, most towns that you guys enter, people kind of pass you with a glance, go back about their business. But here in Dugan's Hole, that's not the case. Those that look, they continue to linger. And most of these people, these Dell folk here, they have some deformities, which Jalen might have. Jalen, Fisco, you guys would know is from severe inbreeding. They have some deformities, but they'll look and linger at you. People are pointing at you. You see the family on their porch, who are watching you like most citizens here. They are looking at you, and you kind of look over to the side of the porch, and their children like poking a dead rabbit with a stick. You see most children in the town, the little children that remain here, are all mouth agape looking at you. And this swarm of children kind of like, they rush towards you. They form a little crowd. And you hear one of them saying, "Whoa! Adventures!" Another child speaks up. "I told you that was no milking cow. That's Jayla." Then another says, "I bet that guy wears a scarf because they have a 6 set of balls on their chin."
Does Ichabod hear him say that?
Yeah, I mean, they're just little kids, and yeah.
So as at the kid that says that, Ichabod turns and casts prestidigitation and makes his eyes look like they're on fire.
The kid pisses himself as he falls into the ground. But there's another whisper that kind of goes through the crowd, and someone says, it says, "I like that dead-gum bird could beat up that old. I think that dead-gum bird could beat that old cat thing up." As it's pointing at Fisk and Elazar. You see, there's another one. Yeah, you see, and there's another one that interjects. "Hey, they have long arms like me. Is that my daddy?" And you, you guys have pulled a really decent-sized crowd of some unpleasant-looking individuals. They all swarm you, and you see there's a Dell, teenage boy that looks maybe roughly 17, with he has very extremely thin hair, very large rodent-like teeth. He speaks up. "You all look like the adventuring types. Gee, Lordy Almighty, thank the gods you have come to rescue us from those damn animals that stalk our town, aren't you?"
What?
Yes.
What's the problem?
"Well, you ain't heard? We got wolves, the worst kind. Winter wolves. We don't know how many there is, but they as large as horses." There's another Dell that chimes up. "Yeah, and they know words and got a mighty vocabulary, if you can believe it. Them speaks better than most us here."
What do they say?
They all shrug. The one kid's like, "They say you have to ask the townspeople that. We don't. This is passed down from her." There is a big boned woman that does kind of step forward. I mean, she's very grimy, like very greasy, which is kind of hard to do in Icewind. But she steps forward and she says, "Hello, I'm Hilda. And I beg of you, please help me. All those wolves, they took my children's, and I swear it by through stones, my sweat, and my sweet sweat." Watch her forehead sweat. "My sweet and fair Syl and her lovely brother Finn. Twas just the other day they never came home, and I've looked all over and I can't find them. I've told Speaker Dermot about it, but she tells me there's nothing she can do. She told me to get over it and move on. But these are my children. These are my babies. I don't have much to offer. My late husband Brandon had some spiffy boots that were special to him, and I could give them to you. But I don't have much monies, and I know you adventuring folk like monies, but please, my babies, they're all I got." She's like walking in, like she's getting closer than comfort. It's weird. Like she's like encroaching your privacy.
I have a question that may be related to this.
Okay.
Have you smelled a bunch of like rotting corpses? Like, has that smell been on the wind? Have you heard like a cackle at night? And maybe have you heard any of that?
They all look at each other. The only one that cackles here is old man Willow. On the other side of town, he's a little crazy, but smell. Half of us can't even smell. I mean, I've been nose blind since I was born.
Sure.
I know.
Okay. I mean, I'm willing to look for the kids. Kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
My daughter and my son.
Okay.
Seal and Finn.
What say the rest of my compatriots?
I mean, you know, I'm down. I can't. Yeah, I'm there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't got much money, but I have boots.
Do I
We'll
remember if these kids
settle
were
that
like
later.
little shits or not?
I mean, for the most part, most kids in this town are little shits, but they are the least little shitty of the little shits here. So, not too bad. They are redeemable. But they are like any young kid in Dugan's Hole.
Do you have any information on like direction or like where this has been happening or anything?
The little rodent kid. He steps back up. I heard town speaker Dermot was conversing with the wolves this morning. Or was it yesterday morning? I think.
So you're
maybe talk to her. She knows more.
so your town speaker who told you all not to worry about it and to get over it was also speaking to these animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Information. It's good. Just I appreciate it.
You didn't hear that from me though. I'm just minding my business. That's
I
all
don't.
I do.
I
don't need no drama.
never saw or talked to you.
Good. My name's Peter, by the way.
What, Peanut?
Peter.
Peter. Right. Okay. I mean, that's pleasure to meet you, Peter. Pleasure to not meet you, Peter.
Oh.
I tapped my nose. You didn't understand. You didn't understand.
Yeah.
So it was a pleasure to meet you.
It went over his head.
I think
They're
we
all kind
have.
of like so convenient. They're all kind of like hovering around you all, just so mouth wide open, like taking it all in.
I'll just say, well, we're gonna go speak to the town speaker, and I'll shoot some lightning up in the sky.
Whoa! They all look up into the sky and just like keep looking for more lightning. You distracted the townsfolk enough to get away from them. Jayla could probably tell you that most of these people here are very, very dense, very.
Still smarter than
Probably-
Gowl.
Still smarter than the gal, but they're right up there with them. Yep.
Make the way to Dermot.
Make your way to Dermot.
Yeah.
Dermot boy. So you guys make your way over to the center of town. Jayla, you are easily able to guide them to the town speaker's residence, which is this tall, long, one-storied oak cabin. The building itself stretches as if it's been compromised and kind of Frankenstein together with 3 different log cabins. You know, each of them are stacked in a row, so it makes this very, very long, rectangular building. It's modest, with minimal decorations on the exterior of it. And like most of other tin towns, the town speaker's residency is usually the town hall. And that is still true for Dugan's Hole. However, the town hall does not look like it has been utilized correctly. From the outside, as you peer through the windows, you see what looks to be dozens and dozens of sacks of paper that are just piled high up to the roof. There are some guards on the outside of the building, kind of like away from the building, around like there's a little gate that goes around the building. They're posted at the entry point of this gate. You see they are fast asleep. Both of them are sleeping. You feel very confident that you could probably walk right past them with no effort and get through without any say or other input from these guards as they are sound asleep.
I'll do it.
And Jayla, you know this is probably the least protected building in all of Iceland.
Yep, I just walk right through.
Yep. You see Jayla just pass between these two asleep guards as she makes your way to the front door. The front door, as you test it, is unlocked like always. You enter the building.
Yeah, just kind of look at Lorian and shrug my shoulders and follow.
Yeah, you guys step into the building.
Gal was in between all of us. Like, we're kind of ushering him.
I can walk.
No, but no,
I can walk.
we're guiding you is what I'm saying. I know you can walk. We're not holding you. We're just guiding you to where we are going.
Yeah, you entered this establishment, and just like from outside, it's very chaotic and claustrophobic to those of you that are claustrophobic in real life. A star. Many of these stacks of paper, they are stacked up to the roof, just like you saw from outside, but they all sway and shift as the wind kind of blows through the cracks of the building. However, surprisingly enough, the stacks, they don't fall over. They're rather well balanced amongst the chaos of it all. You do see there are probably a dozen books haphazardly just strung on the floor. There are dirty, furred clothing gathering in a musty pile in the back corner of the room. Some Icewind Dale cockroaches are scurrying about. It's a slob pit. It looks like a slob lives here. It's very unprofessional for a work environment and as a town speaker to have their town hall look like this.
That's embarrassing.
Very much so. But through all, but through all the chaos inside of the building, you hear the sounds of someone snoring, coming from deeper within the building. Past in a further room at the back, past a couple of intersection of hallways. But you hear the snoring just kind of me, coming from the back.
We can all hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta get some answers.
I mean, wait.
Looking through the house.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do we wake them up yet, or do we search? Door's unlocked.
What are we looking for?
Paperwork? Any evidence?
Let's wake him up.
Y'all's gonna wake him up.
He's on a leash, isn't he?
No.
Wait, Gowell's smart enough to know there's someone to wake up?
He's just snoring. He's not
All right.
absent-minded. He knows what snoring sounds like, but you guys can't stop him. He's within the middle of all you. So.
Yeah.
I mean, he can certainly try to leave you all's range. But you guys notice him moving.
Yeah, I will just gently put my hand on his shoulder and say, Gal, where are you going? We're gonna search, and I'll point to my eyes and just kind of like, I know he doesn't really understand that, but no.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I basically am an animal right now.
Right. I'll just say, Lorian, why don't you stand near the door and keep Gal from going through it? I think he's attracted by the sound.
Could be a potential mate over there.
Do I have to do it?
I mean, you have the strength of 20, so yeah, you probably have to do it.
Oh god.
I don't think any intelligence or wisdom is going to convince him from going through that door.
Okay. I'll just hold on Gal's hand. I'm gonna stay right here. I'll just squeeze on it so he gets like some sensation that my dinner.
I'll squeeze back, but attack with that.
I can...
Squeeze? Sure. Make an unarmed squeeze.
Not exactly.
I'm just getting physically abused by this party.
Take 5 damage.
Oh shit. That's a squeeze right there. That's a hell of a firm handshake.
Go! No! No, Gal! No! No!
Gal's gonna proceed to walk to the door since I can't talk.
I'll try to stop him, but I'll be like, guys, he kind of just wants through. Maybe we should just talk to him. Talk to Dermot.
Well, I mean, yeah, we have to get there first, though. If he's hurting you, just squeezing your hand.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. At this point, I think we should just talk to Dermot.
Okay.
I just yell Dermot's name. Dermot!
Gosh, darn it. You hear the snoring stop, and you hear the voice of a very older woman say, yeah? Who is that?
Maybe come out
This is-
here and look.
This is Town Speaker Ichabod from Goldmead.
Who the fuck is
I request your audience.
that?
And he looks at the rest of the party like, I don't know, that sounded right.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
just nod and...
put on some underwear. About a moment goes by, and you see, kind of walking from around the corner is an older woman, very wrinkled face, and you see her face. You know, obviously there's wrinkles from age, but also from the cold aging her. Her face has been touched by frostbite, as you see parts of her cheek are frostbitten. That dark black bluish color. She looks at all of you with a she got a moo-moo on, a little moo-moo on, Ferd moo-moo on. She's like looking at all of you. Yeah? How can I help you?
So we understand that Dugan's Hole is having some trouble with some wolves.
Yeah?
And that perhaps you can talk to them.
Well, I tried to talk to them, but they unreasonable beasts that don't have realistic demands for this town, and yeah, those children are probably dead.
Oh, golly. What demands do they have?
Oh. What demands do they have? Let me look.
I wrote it down here somewhere.
They said they wanted a king's ransom and food and gold, and I told them they could bite my frostbitten ass. They didn't seem to really like that. They didn't bite me though, so I think it worked. I think I scared them. But I mean, we don't have that. That's unreasonable. I don't know who these wolves think. They can go to Bryn Shander and ask for that shit.
You know where they might be staying, or living, or hiding, or whatever?
No, not a clue. Have y'all seen a book around here?
Oh, can we look?
I mean, yeah. She says, oh yeah, there should be a book with a little bit of like a keyhole on the side, like a latch.
True.
Yeah, I haven't
I
seen
kind
it.
of need that to wake up.
Okay.
Sure.
Yep.
But you wanna. I mean, I'm sure you could go to the outskirts and find them. I mean, they said that they were just gonna stay out there and kill whoever came out there. So, I mean, I told them to have fun because they're not gonna get paid. But
So, question: these are just. Are you speaking like to animals, or is this just common?
oh no, I was just speaking to them. Just speak straight to them.
But do you normally speak to other animals, or is this like an anomaly for you?
Listen, this Icewind Dale. I'm just doing my best to survive.
That's a really like nondescript response. Have you ever talked to another animal before? These wolves.
I mean, I've talked to animals before, but they never responded.
Okay, that is the answer I was looking for. So this is the first time you've ever had a conversation with an animal. That they've responded to you, and okay.
Yeah, no, I don't just go around talking to axe beaks and wolves. I mean, these wolves are huge, like fucking 15 feet tall. I mean,
Whoa.
Dang.
Obviously they didn't kill me because they wanted me to pay them, but I'm sure if they knew I couldn't pay them, they probably would have just killed me. But I mean, like I said, their demands they don't make sense. I don't know what town they think they're in, but
What did you say they
They do what I
asked
want.
for?
they wanted a king's ransom and food and gold.
King's
That's an
ransom.
odd thing for wolves.
That's very odd.
I mean, I said, I was like, okay, sure. And I kind of just took that and like ran. I walked away as best as I could without trying to arouse suspicion. Obviously wanted to survive this encounter. have a town to run. But
And so if you don't do this, they're just gonna keep taking children?
that's what they said. I sent a request to East Haven, to Bryn Shander and Targos for help, but haven't got a response yet. I don't know what's taking so long.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on over there, but
just so much. I'm gonna look around your house for that book you mentioned.
yeah, just yeah, it should be here somewhere. Just don't try not to knock a stack over.
Right, you've organized it in a way you understand.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, I'll start counting through things.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I gotta.
She, like- Oh yeah. She you see the book over in a far corner. It's a very fine black book with a golden locking latch. She looks over to so who said they were a town speaker? Like about who's that? I've never heard of that girl. Person.
The previous town speaker unfortunately was killed.
Oh yeah, I think I heard a rumor about that. I don't know if it was true.
It was.
Quite
Yeah.
unfortunate.
They had an election and I won.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you get one of those summons for whatever the fuck they wanted to do in Bryn Shander?
I did.
I was thinking about. I've never been to a meeting. Okay, I lie. I've been to one meeting, but I didn't really participate. I just sat there and voted.
Okay.
It was over some dumb fishing feud that was about to boil down into some sort of rival war. But we got it settled, thankfully. Duvessa, pretty cool, pretty good speaker. Other than that, no. So whatever's happening must be pretty serious.
Okay.
Do you know what's going on with that? Or have
No, most of this is still new to me, but yeah, that was kind of just out of the blue. I guess I'll find out on the 15th.
Yeah, I was gonna not go, but then it says something about forfeit life, and I don't really want to do that. So I guess I have to go. I mean, I want to go. Don't get me wrong, but no one really gives a shit about Doon's Hole. So I'm glad to see you back, Jayla. It's been a while. How's it been? How's everything going? How's Lamaya?
Haven't seen her in a while, so I don't know.
Oh. All right.
So, what do you want with this book?
Oh, I need that. It's like my coffee cup.
Oh. Okay. I'll send it.
She takes it from your hand, outstretched hand. She's like, wow, you got long arms.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
You know, there's a kid in town that kind of has arms the same size as yours. Are you his daddy?
I don't have children.
Better tell him that before he gets his hopes up. She takes the book from you. I think his name was like Dorian or something like that. Something goofy. But anyways, she grabs the book, pulls the key off of her neck and sticks it in the key and unlatches the book as it like flaps open. You see like a magical glow kind of emanate off of it, and you see her you see her form. You see her form kind of rejuvenate. You see all the blackish blue frostbitten portions of her skin begin to heal. You see her old wrinkled skin smooth out, and it looks like she is rejuvenating. She's kind of regenerating, or she's doing something, but she turns into this very beautiful woman. I'm screen sharing her, but she looks like a video ninja. She's like, oh shit, thank God. I don't know how I got over there, but whew.
What's that about?
I don't really know. This book's been in my family for generations, and hand down. But I've been reading it a bunch, and I've found a couple, I guess, spells that make me not look the way I actually am. It's kind of like she casted a major image, basically. So it kind of seems.
This guy's self type shit.
Yeah. But she yeah. So. Ta-da! Townspeaker Dermot. It's nice to meet you. She reaches her hand out to you, Ichabod, to shake it.
I shake
Pleasure
her
to meet
hand.
you. Got a thin grip there, son. Good to meet you. But yeah, so are you guys looking for work? Maybe you want to help
Yeah.
with this wolf thing?
Yes.
Okay. No, I want you to know I'm not liable for any injury or harm that comes to you or family members or anything like that. I can't. I don't have really much gold to pay you. Shit, maybe if you find whatever place these wolves live at, maybe they have some gold, you can bring it back or invest it in your town. I'm really not picky. I mean, if you want to help us out, that'd be great. I haven't, other towns don't really help us, so kind of just off on our own, left to breed out and die. Inbreed out and die. There's not much to this town.
What's the deal with the stones, the standing stones over there?
Legend has it that it's more of a fairy tale than anything. Legend has it that it's supposedly some prison for some mythical creature that's locked away many, many millennia ago. Not millennia. Many, many centuries ago.
Does Thrune ring a bell?
Oh yeah, that's what they're named. The Thrune, the 20 Stones of Thrune. That's what it's. That's the legend. Legend goes Thrune. Some sort of monster guy, some sort of bad guy that got trapped by a bunch of druids and some archmages and.
Right.
I mean, this was like several centuries ago. There's probably not much truth to it. Probably just some goofy sculptor wanted to get some stones up on the hill, but it's our only like tourist attraction, if you would call it that. We don't get much visitors.
Are you all descendants of like druids?
Supposedly, but I mean, whatever magic, if there was magic from druids that was in this town, it's been lost to very, very rapid inbreeding and stuff like that. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, we're dying. Our town's dying out.
Sorry to hear.
Yep. She's very depressing to talk to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like slowly start, like when you're about to leave and they keep talking to you, but you're like walking away. I'm like, you're probably gonna go talk to the wolves pretty soon.
Did she tell us where they were? Did I miss that?
No.
She said they were like on the outskirts of the town. You can find them. They said they'd kill anyone out there.
The north, west, east.
Probably go. She's like thinking, was it west or? I think you go west. Go west a little bit. I mean, it's not much, but like 10 minutes outside town. I'm sure they'll run into you.
Okay.
I mean, I was just kind of wandering out there because it was so weird. I don't know if these wolves are just real clever and just like assholes. They like peed a message in snow, and I read it and I was all right, that looks legit. And so I followed it, and there they were.
Oh, gotcha.
Supposedly they kidnapped 2 children too. I think.
Right.
I heard something about that, but I mean, it was mainly the main reason they were asking for ransom.
Oh, ooh.
They probably killed those kids and ate them. Yeah, probably dead.
Right.
Well.
Also, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, have you smelled like rotting corpses around recently, or seen like big old woman?
I mean, there's the big old woman in town.
No, but just like someone you don't see normally. Rotting corpses.
Well, I mean, I don't really smell rotting. I've never smelt that.
Okay.
Is there something I need to know? Should I warn the townsfolk or? I mean, most of them don't bathe, so they might be smelling that.
No, it'd be a bit.
I haven't seen any strange. I've only seen. I mean, you guys are the freshest
Right.
faces I've seen in months. So
Okay. Probably
Right.
probably best not to worry about it then.
should I? I mean, you're bringing up something that sounds a little dangerous. What's going
well-
on with these big women and stinky smells?
Big women. Well, we think they're like magic old ladies, like hags that are out chopping people up. So, and we thought one came to your town. So,
Okay.
is the old
I don't know how
man
to respond to that.
anything? Well, just be on the lookout. Does the old man know the cackling, crazy old man?
Oh, he's just fucking crazy. He doesn't really know shit.
Okay, cool.
At least
Well,
I've
I
never had any kind of good conversation. I haven't had any kind of real dialogue with him. What's up? What's wrong with your friend? She points at Gal. What's wrong with him? Why's he drooling on himself?
He's just hungover.
Hmm.
He really had a tough night. Yeah, like he just wouldn't stop drinking. We were like stop, you gotta, and he's like no.
I've been there, done
So,
that. Well,
alright.
I know how it feels, buddy.
He's recovering. We're trying to get him off alcohol, but he's like, intervention stuff.
Cool.
I don't know why.
She's like, she doesn't give a shit, so she just believes you. She's like, oh, okay.
I'm just glaring at Lorian.
Seems like he wants to give you a hug or something. See his
He
eyes
hugged me
are
earlier.
locked in. Oh.
He's a
Well,
good helper.
What's up with those two? He like points at Fiska and Elza. What's up with you two? I've never seen whatever you are. Are you a cat? Like a tabaxi? Are you dragonborn?
Sure. Yep. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All
I've
of those.
never met that before. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Okay. Can I? So, knowing what I know about hags and their shape shifting and everything, can I do some type of like insight check on this? Assuming this might be a whole act and this is a hag right in front of us
Yeah.
right now.
You can go ahead and make an insight check.
All right. Uh, 14.
There's no real cues that would signal if it was a hag or not.
Okay.
I mean, if it is a hag, it's a very lazy charade. you probably know in your heart's heart that this is not a hag.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, no, it's a good looking out though. But she's very not fun to talk to.
Yeah.
Very boring and very unimpressionable.
Well, I think we'll go talk to some wolves, I guess. Assuming
Cool.
yeah, we can talk to them like you can.
All right. Well, if you guys need anything, I know a couple spells. Well, not really crazy magical. You guys look a little bit more magical than me. But I know a couple things. I've been around the block a couple of times.
Oh.
Shit, if you
I am old as fuck.
if you want to come with.
Yeah, I mean, if
Oh
you,
no,
if you
I don't. I think you guys got it.
Okay, why'd you offer?
I don't know. Common courtesy.
That was like, oh, I really hope they don't invite me. It's like, okay.
Oh no, I don't. Like I said, I think those kids are dead. I think the demands are unrealistic. I mean, shoot, maybe you guys can talk these wolves down from their ledge and do some sort of diplomatic negotiations. But I don't. The king's ransom of food and gold is so unrealistic. I mean, I thought these wolves are smart. I can speak, but they're as dumb as a common dog.
Oh.
Well, okay. If you want to come with, you can, but whatever.
I'll be here.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. I'm
Alright.
just like, this person doesn't give a fuck.
Yep.
I guess we all leave the building.
Yep.
And,
Sure.
yeah.
Easily enough. She does not give a shit, it seems.
Interesting.
But nonetheless, this is who they elected. Easily enough, though, you guys leave the house and you guys are making your way across to the edge of town, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
I'll just turn to Jayla and be like, does any of this sound familiar to you at all? Like any talk of wolves that can like speak common and not only that, but like request a king's ransom from a very, very poor town? I mean,
Nope.
I don't understand. It doesn't make sense.
influencers. Those are the Kardashians. I might die.
Alright, sorry guys, I dropped out for a minute there. I don't know why.
Good. Yeah, you guys make your way to the west side of town, to the edge of town. West side.
West side.
You pass through various shacks. Jayla, you pass by your house. I'm not going to describe it because I don't know what it looks like, so it's up to you to... If you want to describe it, you definitely can.
Right now?
You don't have to do it. You guys aren't going into it. You guys are just passing it. I mean, you don't even have to point it out. You don't
I'm
have.
not.
Yeah, you just walk past it.
There's her house over there.
Hollywood
But you
tour.
you do walk past the your house. You see there is Jayla. You know you're walking towards where the elderly man is, or old Merle is. His little shack, and you see there is a sign outside of the shack that says "Caution, explosions," and it's spelled in very mismatched, not good English. But you see a bunch of barrels outside of his house. But you don't see the man. But you guys continue on to the west side of town, and you guys are on the outskirts of town, about to venture into the wilderness. The scene fades to black as we end the session there. The session is over.
Is over.
Thanks for
still.
joining us here at Tabletop Tyranny. We'll be back next Sunday night. Same time, same place. Not as much action, a little bit of some stuff. I know the last half was a little boring, but that's just Speaker Dermot. Very depressing, very not fun to talk to.
I thought it was a change up. I thought it was an interesting
Yeah,
change-up.
absolutely.
But nonetheless, that was our session. Hope you enjoyed it. If not, I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Good night.
I like that.
So long. See you
Good night.
in a week's time.